76.
All right, it's a Friday. It's DNR with you. It's ESPN New York. It's a roasting Friday, and we have a special treat for you. My friend, your friend, everyone's dear compadre, the great Daniel Grassa. How are you? Good morning.
It's great to be everybody's compadre. I'm outstanding. How the heck are you?
I'm good.
I'm good. Just good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
I feel great, by the way. Feel fantastic. Good sleep
you're
last night.
You're 100% now?
100%. No, but I got, obviously for this show, it's challenging hours, So, but I was wiped last night, went to bed early, got up early, actually, took the breakfast in another direction because I was up so early. So I am fit as a fiddle, ready to go.
I like to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm in the midst of the Pit. Have you heard of this show, The Pit? Barrage.
Yes, the hospital procedural.
Yes, with Noah Wiley. Yes, I'm in the midst of watching that right now.
Now, how many seasons do we have of that so far?
2.
And when did you jump on board? Like recently,
I watched
or from the
season
get-go?
1, and now I just 2 days ago I started season 2, and now I'm watching season 2.
So it's all, and it's a binge situation. All the episodes are up there.
Yes. I think the final episode started last night, and that's why I got involved 2 days ago, and I went crazy yesterday. Because
gotcha.
Outside of the Yankees, there wasn't any sports for me to watch yesterday.
There really was not.
No.
When I got home last night, there was a couple hockey games on. And by the way, shout out Calgary Flames, because that helps the Rangers as far as the lottery is concerned. They had a meaningless win last night in Game 82. But yeah, a couple baseball games I had on Padres Mariners from the West Coast. And other than that, there was nothing going on.
Yeah, there was not a lot, which I kind of every once in a while I kind of like, just kind of like a refresher. You know what? Let's start anew. Let's get going, and it's going to be a busy weekend. It starts with a matinee today with the Mets. We got the Yankees tonight. Yankees, by the way, we'll get into that. They are not playing very good baseball right at all. They are highly fortunate on 2 things: A, that the Mets exist, and B, that they came back in those 2 games against Jordan Romano, because the Yankees look brutal right now.
No, absolutely. And I'll tell you, they're happy Mike Trout is leaving town, too, because he reminded everybody, hey, I'm still that guy.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's cool, though. I think it's cool, like I was saying this yesterday, we know how great he was at the beginning of his career, and unfortunately injuries have kind of taken a toll here on the back end a little bit, but if he could put together one of these Trout-esque seasons kind of on the back 9 of his career, I think that's kind of cool when you're talking about one of these all-time greats.
I love it.
Capturing it again.
I love it. I mean, I like it for 2 reasons. A, I don't like the Yankees, so to watch him hit just prodigious home run after prodigious home run, but B, you kind of remember, because if I said to you best players in baseball, you wouldn't even throw Mike Trout's name in there. Mike Trout is sadly kind of irrelevant right now.
Yeah. And I mean, there was a stretch there for probably 10 years where he was firmly established as a top 10 overall guy, and probably top 2, 3 for a very long time.
I know. I think there was quite a while he was number 1.
Right, but I'm just saying, even when he wasn't, let's say, 1, he was still, legit top 5 for a while. But, yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, playing for that franchise, you're kind of in, baseball Siberia a little bit now,
I do know.
And I'm sure that I wonder if the Mets owner took note over the last few days of the very balmy temperatures in the Bronx and how well the ball was carrying out of the ball.
Oh, yeah. I mean, had Marcus Semien had that kind of an advantage. How about that tweet? We have sproutlings now. I mean,
green
things
shoots
are starting to happen now.
Are there any green shoots in Chicago today, you think? What do you think?
I mean, Carson Bench hit a ball. Well, he hit a ball hard. I mean, oh my God.
If that is not called grasping for straws.
Oh my God.
In April. It's bad. It is so bad.
It's brutal. The Mets right now are nothing short of brutal. Now,
and here's what you got. Here's what you got going into this weekend, Bob, right? You got a Cubs team that scored 35 runs in the last 4 games.
Yeah, great.
The Mets haven't scored 35 runs
all
in 2
season.
weeks. Right. And you got and guess who's on the mound today to try to settle this all down?
Senga.
Mr. Erratic himself, Kodai Senga.
Yep, you got Senga. Well, listen, you got to get home. And I will tell you this. This homestand, this weekend and this upcoming homestand might determine what happens with your manager.
You don't like to think in those terms, but I don't know if you're necessarily wrong either.
Well, you've lost 8 in a row.
Right.
You are brutal. I mean, listen, getting swept by the Dodgers is not something that's an embarrassment, but on the heels of what you were prior to that in those 5 games, and then to add the Dodgers series into it, and then you realize you're at the Cubs for 3, and then it's the Twins, the Rockies, and the Nationals. You better clean up when you come home, because if you don't, I think he's going to be done.
But you know what's funny? Obviously, when you sit back and you see some of these like wild theories that are being spread on the internet, like during times like this, right? And you kind of almost forget because the whole coaching staff is brand new. Like, you know who the new hitting coach is for the Mets? It's Troy Snitker. And that's the son of Brian Snitker, the longtime Atlanta Braves manager who still is sitting in like the 5th row at Braves games, even though he's not managing the team anymore. So there's like wild like theories online that he's there is almost like a mole or a spy.
He's a plant, great.
To sabotage the Mets. It's you can't make this up.
That's awesome. So yeah, the Mets are obviously a major concern.
And Monday's an off day too, right?
Yes, they're off. They were off yesterday, and they're off Monday. Correct.
Well, think about this:
Chicago,
3
against Chicago, and then it's as easy a 9-game homestand as you could possibly have.
All right, so project a second. Let's say you get. I can't even say it.
You can't get swept again.
If you get swept in Chicago, with the off day looming, which is that's the time to do something. If you do something.
No,
right?
I think they're going to give him the 9-game homestand at least.
Well, I'm not even talking about even just the manager, but just like something. Something has to be done.
I mean, sadly, I go into this series this weekend saying to myself, like, at least win 1 game this weekend. And then, I mean, you have to clean the Rockies, the Twins. I know the Twins aren't playing bad baseball, but you need to beat these teams.
And
the
Nationals. What stinks going into the series? Like, you don't even get McClain. Like McClain against Yamamoto is almost a wash. Like, it was almost like a wasted start.
Right.
They should have like a bullpen
McClain
game that night.
You're choosing not to, right?
With what?
I mean, you could. He's on regular rest to pitch on Sunday. You could get him on Sunday.
With the day off, but he's not. So
you could. That's that right? Off Wednesday, off Thursday, off Friday, off Saturday. That's 4 days off. So, that is regular rest, but they're choosing to give him the extra time because which I don't think is awful, except the fact that you're so bad right now.
You know what it's become? I said it yesterday. The motto for the Mets is this: Nolan McClain and pray for rain. That's what the Mets are.
Good.
Huh?
Peralta's been good.
He's been okay, but it's like they don't win these games.
Well, they don't win any games. Even when McClain pitches, they don't win.
They think about what you just said. They don't win any games. They don't win.
You said, what do you say? Nolan and McClain and pray for rain. But they don't win the games McClain starts.
It's Nolan McClain.
Well,
but he's the best thing they have going.
He pitched a gem. And they couldn't score a run for him. He pitched well against Yamamoto and the Dodgers, and they couldn't score a second run to give them the lead. I mean, they don't do anything for anybody. They're a disaster. They're a joke.
McClain is DeGrom. He's Harvey. He's all these great young pitchers the Mets have had who just get completely sabotaged by lack of run support or the bullpen or whatever it is.
And it's not surprising. I mean, like you look at some teams, you're like, man, I can't believe this guy's not hitting or that guy's not hitting. Can you not believe that you're batting Brett Beatty third? You're batting whatever his name is, Jared Young, until he got hurt. He was batting second and third. And, I mean, it's amazing. Tommy Pham, we get you can play. MJ Melendez, you get in the lineup. I mean, what they're doing, it's embarrassing.
I mean, just think about what you just said, some of those names. Mostly the last two. Like, we're sitting here and trotting a lineup out there against the Dodgers with Tommy Pham and MJ Melendez.
And do you remember the last we saw of Tommy Pham?
Yeah.
He was crushing the Mets. He was crushing them.
But let's not forget, too, about Tommy Pham. The last 2 years, it's not like he played for any winners. He bounced around from losing pathetic organization to losing pathetic organization. It's not like anybody worth a damn wanted Tommy Pham.
No.
And the Mets need to take him off the scrap heap 2 weeks into the season. What does that say about this team and where it's going? Really? And remember, this was supposed to be an entirely new group. Break up the core. We got to turn things around to make things so much better. And that's the thing, Dave. which if you really want to, like, sink your teeth into this, the Mets have not been good since June of last year. It's carried over to a new season, but the difference is there's a whole bunch of new players this season. And it still hasn't gotten any better.
Equally bad, maybe worse, but now this is Stearns' baby.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, the Jorge Polanco's of the world and the Marcus Simeons of the world and the Carson Benjes of the world and the Bo Bichette's of the world. I mean, those are all your guys, man. The Devin Williams, the Luke Weaver, right? The Freddie Peralta. These are all your guys. It's all your team. So there is no more built-in excuse about, hey, he had to bring this team back because they were so good 2 years ago, and he had no other choice.
No, it's been rough. And the key acquisitions, I'm talking about like the everyday guys. I mean, I know it's only 20 games or whatever it is, but Jorge Polanco, who you brought in to play first base, he's never played first base before. Guy's got an Achilles injury already. You tell me, forget about running, but how can you step into a swing and make any legitimate contact with a baseball if you got a bad Achilles?
Well, they can't.
You can't.
I mean,
Marcus
he's not even playing
Simeon,
now.
who hasn't hit the ball well in 2 years, looks like he's about 45 up at the plate. The bat is so slow.
It's
you mentioned
disaster.
Brett Beatty. He's like 0 for 25. Mark Vientos, that
who
series in San Francisco
you didn't even plan to play
long.
him this year, right? He wasn't even in the plans this year. He gets off to a decent start. You're like, all right, he's our everyday 5 batter now.
It's unbelievable, man. Like, it's just and look, there's got to be more. Like, you can't just sit there and say Juan Soto's hurt. When you have like we used to say this about the Yankees when they were struggling. Like, my thing would always be like, if I was Hal Steinbrenner, I'd say to Cashman, where it's like, what's my payroll, my $300 million payroll going towards? Same thing with the Mets. You can't just say Juan Soto's hurt. You got enough other guys on this team supposedly that are supposed to be good enough to at least keep your head above water, and they look like the worst team in baseball.
I agree with you. And you know what the funny thing is? If you talk to the Yankees fan right now about their team, they would be like despondent. Like, the Yankees fan is livid, and I don't blame them. They got off to that incredible start. They were world beaters. Their pitching looked unbelievable. And since then, they've been bad. I mean, this series, I'm sorry, Dan. I stand by this. I'd fight anybody, verbally, of course. I don't want to start throwing punches. No. I'd fight anybody that disagree with this. They were dominated by the Angels in that series.
They were fortunate. They were fortunate to even get a split, right? And, again, the manager with some of his chicanery when it comes to, the lefty. I mean, like, we're sitting Ben Rice, who's right now your best hitter.
Yeah.
Right? Your best hitter.
And by the way, who did he hit? Was it a righty or a lefty hit a home run off of yesterday?
It was a lefty.
Yeah.
It was a lefty. But still, like, what was it? The second game of the series, the Angels were starting the immortal Reed Detmers, who happens to be a lefty, and Ben Rice is on the bench. Like, right. What are we doing?
I completely. And right now he's your best hitter.
He's better than Aaron Judge right now.
He is. That's why I said your best hitter. At the moment, he's your best hitter. And you have the audacity to, it's Reed Detmers is a tough lefty. Oh, my God.
It's Randy Johnson.
I mean, thank God for Jordan Romano. And thank God for that butchered pop-up to shortstop 2 days ago. Because if you didn't have those two things, you just got swept in 4, and we're talking Yankee fans off the ledge this morning.
Well, and the thing that concerns me right now is the thing that I probably had the most concern about with this team going into the season. It's the bullpen. Because remember, they really didn't add to the pen, and they lost Luke Weaver and Devin Williams. It's like, okay, so how is this supposed to work? You're expecting more out of Duvall. Bednar, who was worked a lot, did the WBC, was worked a lot early in the season. They already had a little bit of a velo dip, and it's just I just don't see a lot of depth in that pen right now.
I don't think it's very good.
The more and more you ask from them, it could get you into trouble.
Cruz feels like he's on the mound almost every day.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you tell me, when what guy comes into the game, do you think, okay, we got him, we're good?
You don't have that guy.
You don't even have one? You don't even have one?
Bird's already gone. Right? I mean, you found out, okay, we got to part ways with one guy because Bird was terrible. And you sent him packing.
RJ.
Hi.
How you doing?
Oh, just standing.
Hi, RJ.
Are you feeling better? RJ's been sick, Dan. You gave him your flu.
I don't think I gave
I don't think that's true. I didn't see Dan.
I saw RJ yesterday, though, so I didn't know you were sick.
Yeah, he's been very good. You know what? I am the kind of guy.
I'm fine.
That when I'm not feeling well, everyone's going to know. RJ is the opposite of that. RJ internalizes, and when he's not feeling well, almost nobody knows.
But don't you almost have to give
All
people a heads up?
are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Dan, can you believe that? I had COVID. They saved that soundbite.
Well, Dan, here's the thing. I'm on day it's not COVID, but I'm on day 6. It's just residuals at this point.
Yeah, we're doing like a cleanup now on aisle 5. But you should have seen him earlier in the week. He was
rough shape.
Well. Real rough shape. So you feeling better, RJ?
I'm doing just fine.
That's another one of Dave's many qualities. If you look bad, he's going to tell you. He'll tell you look like death.
Yeah, he told me Tuesday I looked terrible. I don't think he was wrong, by the way.
But the hours could do this to a person, too.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
they'll take you.
Yes.
Yes.
When you got sick,
for a
Dan,
weekend getaway.
The hours could do this to a person? No,
when
they
you
do.
got
They
sick,
do.
Dan, a couple weeks ago, RJ goes, he got taken by the mornings.
You got to take it by something. You tell me what it is. Whatever. I'll sign up.
Well, I think partially the same thing happened to me because you're getting sick. I don't know if you guys
can't get better.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If you're not well, and the worst part of it is if you're sick on like a Monday or a Tuesday and you have the whole week ahead of you, if you're not well, there's no way to get better.
No,
it's not like you could sleep for 18 hours.
Right, you can't do one of those 10-hour sleeps. You don't have that ability.
Yeah, if you hope to turn it around in 2 or 3, 4 days, it's done. What do they call it? Half-life for fossils, where everything is cut in half, where you can only get half better each day as you normally would. So the recovery is twice as long.
It's like you have to go on a road trip where you know that a losing streak is waiting for you. You can't snap out of it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have this.
That illness, RJ, was like the Dodgers.
Yeah, I can pretty much pinpoint the exact moment I'm going to get sick.
You feel it on the way, right?
I'll usually sneeze, and afterwards there's this feeling that settles over me. It's like, oh no, this is where it's going south.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's not good. But I'm good.
So I got a nasty email, and then I have a question for you, RJ. That's why I brought you in. Of course, it all comes back to your Yankee hate. What did I say that's not true about the Yankees? They're bad right now, but you're saying thank God for Jordan Romano. Yeah, I'll say it again. Thank God for Jordan Romano. When they already scored how many runs in that first game? You're a Yankees loser hater. They scored 8 runs. The problem is the Angels scored 10. And if not for Jordan Romano, who stinks, you would have gotten swept in 4 in that series. But the question I want to ask you, RJ, is we're talking about the Yankees bullpen. Who do you trust in the Yankees bullpen?
I trust Bednar. We talked about this a week ago. I don't like how much of an adventure it is. But not everyone's going to be Mason Miller. So I understand that this is kind of what it looks like in a non.
Another save last night for him.
Yeah. He's incredible.
This is kind of what it looks like for everyone in a non-Mariano Rivera world.
But just in the pen in totality.
Yeah, I like Cruz. I like the splitter. I agree with you. It feels like he's out there all the time.
Every day.
But the problem, the pitching in the series, the Yankees won 2 games. This feels like they were lucky to get this split. Like you said, I agree with you. They won 2 games. They won by 2 combined runs. In the 2 games they lost, you could probably take a wild guess. You know what the run differential was?
So what, they were -6 and -7?
Yeah, minus
13, I'm going to say.
That's not great.
What you got to hope for with them is that obviously when you get these pitchers back, and Cole's started for Somerset last night, so he's
and
he's
Rodon's not far off either.
You hope that your rotation is the strength that we expected it to be, and then you're not asking too much from your bullpen. Even though I still would be shocked if Cashman doesn't have to go out there at some point once we get closer to the deadline to add some relief.
And it's probably the one thing that you look at with Cashman and have the most confidence in. He builds a nice bullpen.
Builds a nice bullpen?
The man. Well, what do you have on your resume? The man builds a nice bullpen.
It's like, well, he's got a good pen. Well, last year, remember, they had 4 closers when it was all said and done.
Yeah. You had Duvall, you had Devin Williams, you had Weaver, and you had Bednar. Yeah.
And the other thing, too, is, the thing that you feel good about with the Yankees is that, Toronto's gotten off to a slow start. Boston is still scuffling about it. It's not like, you're looking up
Orioles
and you're 5 games behind anybody.
Yeah. The Rays are the only team that's gotten off to a decent start in that division. But that's like Yankees fans don't care about that. They don't measure themselves up against other teams. They measure themselves up against the Yankees. And right now, this team is not playing well.
And there's only one team in baseball with a worse record than the Mets, and that's the White Sox.
Oh, God. Let's take a break. We'll come back. Dan, do you know what we have? We have more Yankees talk. Phone line's open, by the way, 800-919-3776. We have the start of the Knicks tomorrow night.
You sure? Finally? It's only been like 10 days, it feels like.
Yeah. Well, and remember, thankfully, they didn't play anybody in the last game. So the guys got that last Sunday off as well.
Yes.
Because you wouldn't want to tax them going into their week off. So we've got the Knicks, and we've got Dexter Lawrence, and we've got the draft. Dan, we have a lot to do. Dan, we have the morning roast.
That's true. That's Friday.
And I believe I will finish my roast, and you guys will be like, yep, couldn't agree more.
Now, how long has this one been marinating for?
1 week ago from today.
1 week ago? So this is like the 1 week
this
anniversary.
In the hopper. We did the show last week.
Yeah.
I got on the road. And on the road, I saw something that I was like, roast, save it, next Friday.
Wow. I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah, that's right. So
the fact that, I feel like it's so special to be part of the 1 week anniversary of this incident, which is now going to be turned into a roast.
Yes, it sure is.
It's going to be great.
So everyone's going to have their roast. We're going to do plays of the week led by the great Raymond Santiago. There's so much going on in sports. We're 6 days away from the NFL draft. The Knicks start tomorrow. It's a great time of
Hockey
year.
Playoffs.
Yeah, it's great. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877-CARS-4-KIDS to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic, and in-home delivery on any mattress $399 and up. It's free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver, and we are all getting ready for the Mubadala, New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York, and can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Now, what is your role as driver of the U.S. Sail GP team?
So as a driver, you kind of have 2 different roles. One is trying to help make sure that the boat is going, as fast as you can around the racetrack. And then in addition to that, it's kind of the decision maker on board and, using the information that I'm getting from the whole team and the coach booth to kind of make those split-second decisions around the racetrack.
It sounds like an awesome atmosphere. What's the energy going to be like sailing right at New York City?
There's no better feeling racing in front of the home crowd, representing our country and hearing their cheering through our headsets that we have on board is, it gives me the chills just thinking about it. So we're pumped.
We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
We all know winning means showing up stronger, faster, better than before. And when you're chasing that edge, the Drop by GNC cuts through the noise, bringing you the best new innovations in sports nutrition and performance. From muscle building and strength support to improved recovery and focus, we curate the newest drops from GNC Amp, Pro Performance, and Mega Min. Plus, Ghost, Raw Nutrition, Bucked Up, and the top new brands changing the game. No guesswork, just leveling up. Check out the Drop by GNC for what's new, what works, and what's next.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Our dear friend Daniel, what's your middle name?
Archimedes.
No, stop it.
No.
What is it?
It is John.
DJ.
That's correct.
Did anybody ever call you DJ growing up?
Not that much. Only maybe like the first 20 years of my life.
So we got an RJ.
Yeah, that's
we have
right.
a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Raymond, you're not Raymond Jefferson, are you?
Why would it be Jefferson?
Why not?
No.
Why would it not be? Okay. What's your middle name?
Andres.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Andres.
That's my grandfather.
Oh, you're great. He had machismo, right? Andres.
Sure.
He drank his coffee black, didn't he?
No, he really didn't actually.
No? Like he drove a stick shift.
He was a café con leche type of guy.
But he was a ladies' man.
No comment on that. No comment on that.
Well, that's the con leche right there.
Andres. I like
Andres.
Raymond.
I can't give you people more fuel. Can't
Raymond
do that.
Andres. Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah, it was really troubling when I would cause trouble at home and my mom would yell my full name across the house.
Yeah,
I knew I was
love the full name.
Would she roll Raymond Andres?
Raymond Andres Santiago, like the full name. You're getting everything.
I never got the full
Oh
name.
yeah,
I would get the full, like I wouldn't get Dave. I would get like David, but I wouldn't ever get like the whole thing. Never.
Imagine if that happened to Dikembe Mutombo growing up with all the names he had. They'd be there for an hour. Nobody would get anything done.
Names.
Yeah. Rest in peace, by the way, Dikembe. It's your guy from Georgetown.
Yeah, that's sad. All right, so are you ready to get to the calls?
I've never been more ready for anything in my life.
They're so lined up, Dan.
I think because this show just does something to people.
I had no idea. I look at the screen. It's like there's calls all over the place this morning.
Well, why wouldn't you want, like you said, before you went to the break, think about all the things there are to chew on right now. This is like we wait for a convergence of all of these sports for this time of the year.
It's like the sports solstice right now.
Yes, that's a great way to describe it. It's a sports solstice.
So how much sports will you be watching this weekend? You got the Mets today.
Yeah.
You got the Yankees
hopefully a lot
tonight.
And by the way, this weekend, like normally like we're used to the night games and all that stuff, but I think with all the other stuff we got going on, the 2:00 Met games for 3 straight days, it fits perfectly.
Yeah, it does. Well, it's a little like appetizer. Especially
you know
tomorrow.
What I wish? I wish we had maybe some of the playoffs. Well, we got I don't know how I feel about the play-in stuff tonight. I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to watch those two games, but I wish we had.
And hopefully the feed will stay on the whole time.
Well, and hopefully the feed will stay on. But yeah, it's like, people are going to be tripping over themselves to see who the 8 seed is. So whatever.
These are the equivalent of like the 16 battles in the college basketball.
Like exactly like the first 4 games with the 16 seeds. Northwestern, Texas,
this is
Central
even worse
State.
Because you've seen those 11s go on runs and go to the Final Four.
Well, the 11s, but not the 16s.
Not the 16s.
That's
no,
the difference.
Those are sacrificial.
Like the other, like I even said this yesterday. Like, so the game a couple of nights ago, which I didn't watch, with Golden State against the Clippers, and then you put on, you check like the internet, and people are like, oh my God, Curry with a performance for the ages. Oh, it's vintage Steph again, guys. This is the 9 seed against the 10 seed. Like for 90% of our lives, those two teams wouldn't even be in the playoffs. Why am I treating this like it's anything?
People love greatness, and they love Steph Curry, and to watch him put on another one of those virtuoso performances is really cool because you don't know how many you're going to get throughout the duration of his career.
Right. And then the other problem with the NBA is you had 82 opportunities for one of those virtuoso performances, and nobody could give a damn.
Well, he was also hurt a lot.
Well, I'm
right.
just saying.
Listen, it's the postseason. Carries more weight.
But it's Fugazi postseason.
So tomorrow it starts for you. You'll be dialed in tomorrow.
Yeah, because, we got Mets-Yankees in the afternoon tomorrow. We got the hockey playoffs that start in the afternoon, the NBA playoffs that start in the afternoon, and that's all day and night. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Raptors, Cavs, Amazon. Timberwolves, Nuggets, which could be a real good series, Amazon. Hawks, Knicks, Amazon. And Rockets, Lakers. Now, I was going to crush it
Give me
being
tip
on
times.
Amazon.
Give me tip times for the 4 NBA games.
Hang on, let me go back in. 1, 3:30, 6, and 8:30. Every 2.5 hours.
Perfect. And the hockey's 3, 5:30, and 8 o'clock.
The only game that's on free TV is the Rockets and Lakers. Everything
Prime
else
time,
is on
because they
Amazon.
want LeBron and KD. By the way, real quick about the Lakers. I'm sure you probably saw this. Luka Doncic is hanging out with Djokovic watching, what is it, Madrid or Barcelona yesterday or something at a EuroLeague game?
Yeah.
Like, shouldn't he be with the Lakers?
Well, he's getting his treatments.
Well, he's getting his treatments, but the playoffs are starting. Shouldn't he be back or no?
Well, I guess if he's still getting his treatments, then no.
No, he's back today.
Is he supposed to play tomorrow?
I haven't heard anything.
Well, we'll find out. 8:30 tomorrow night, ABC. RJ, when do our Sabres play?
I like that you're on board.
Is that Sunday night?
Sunday 7:30.
So then that would be a yes, Sunday night.
That's right.
No Sarbies.
Then we have the Bees, right?
Oh yeah. There's I didn't notice it before, but I walked in this morning, and maybe it's like that thing like you're in the market for like a mattress. You never notice like how many mattress stores there are. I didn't notice there's somebody who has like their desk decked out in Bruins gear.
Really?
It caught my attention this morning.
Now, RJ, what do you do?
Like throw stuff out the window?
Well, I don't know. Like, what do you do?
Like send a message, you mean?
Did you?
Do you have an inclination
to
vandalize?
Does your oops, my coffee spilled all over that desk? Like, what do you do?
Well, I've noticed this person. I don't really know this person.
Do you know this person?
No,
you don't even know who it is. You don't know the name or anything.
No, I know the name. I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know who.
Because they have the names right on the desk.
Is it a male?
Yes.
So you don't know what makes him tick, other than he seems to like the Bruins.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
What are their 5 attributes?
I'll have to go look. But they had, and I never noticed this before, a big Bruins, what looks like a previous playoff rally towel, like sprawled across the desk. And I feel like that hasn't been there before. So I listen.
Maybe they're gearing up now for the playoffs.
Well, I have the Sabres mouse pad, and I feel like that was a message sent to me.
Wow.
I feel like he's talking directly to me.
I got to tell you.
Nothing will put somebody in their place like a good mouse pad.
Yeah, it's a nice mouse pad.
Do you consider the Bruins a team you hate?
Yeah, I can't stand them.
You hate the Bruins? Okay.
I mean, this goes back a long time. We've been irrelevant for a decade and a half, but yeah, before that, I couldn't stand them.
They're not your most hated team, right? Is that the Maple Leafs?
Yeah, that'd be the Leafs.
Okay. But you hate them.
Don't like them at all.
I got to tell you.
Uh-huh.
If it's like week of playoff game, Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and I walk by a desk in the office, and it's decked out in that team's stuff.
Out the window?
No, but I think something.
I mean, listen.
You just pluck something off.
I don't know.
I don't know
whether
by
I
accident.
pluck. I don't know whether I pluck. I don't know with my full bottle of water. Oops! It's just all over that guy's desk. But it's something.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with them is, and it's like a grander scheme thing. Is whenever the Jets go back to the playoffs, it'll happen at some point.
You don't know that.
In theory. The Sabres are
mean.
The Sabres are the fun team, but now that we've officially crossed over into the playoffs, we're the team that's like, oh, okay, they'll lose soon. Like that's very.
That was a nice story.
RJ, I don't know about that. I think you might have a target on your back.
I don't know if we have a target. I mean, they've been, for my money, the best team in hockey since December.
You're missing the point. You got to do something to that guy's desk.
I'm a little fearful. What if he's?
You want him to leave a message?
Yeah.
Yeah. What if he's
Dave,
dangerous?
how about this?
Leave a mess for lack of a better word.
Take a dead fish, cut off the head, wrap it in newspaper, and leave it on his desk.
What's your thoughts on taking taking a desk and dressing it up like it's your teenage bedroom at home? I don't think I would do something.
Well, here's
like that.
the thing. In full transparency.
Because those things have value, you would think. I'm not bringing those things to work and leaving them on the desk so people like you or RJ could do something nefarious.
Why can't you just be subtle? Just leave a little, leave a buffalo. You don't need that.
Leave a bottle of urine right on his desk.
That's subtle.
Now you're going along the lines that I thought you were going on. No,
tell him it's apple juice.
I was saying he could just leave a toy buffalo or something. I don't know.
No,
a little buffalo statue. A little buffalo statue.
I don't think it's about you spreading your Sabres wings. I think it's about you chopping his Bruins fandom down at the knees.
Well, anytime you could chop Boston fans down at the knees, go for it. I say go for it.
So I don't know if you flip the desk. I don't know if you take the microphone out of the phone so that every time he makes a call, no one can hear him.
Oh, you mean like sabotage him?
That's pure
diabolical.
evil, actually, the microphone thing.
Can you believe
the lengths you would probably damage the phone by doing that?
And also, I mean, people would look at him and be like, this isn't his actual name. Oh, Jeff, can you imagine? He doesn't even know how to work a microphone anymore.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This lunatic.
You switch the numbers on the keyboard. You got to do something.
Oh, wow.
And you have a lot of time before that guy gets in.
I swear the key for T used to be right there.
Yeah.
Now it's where the L is.
That's right. Take a break, put it through his computer, something.
That seems over the line.
You're getting more aggressive.
I don't know, something.
And why don't you just set the thing on fire? I mean, that's going to be the next suggestion.
You know what the great thing is, too? If I do it now, you know who's going to be blamed for it?
Not
RJ.
you.
Yeah, me.
Why would it not be you? You're suggesting it.
They do have cameras all over the place, too.
You're the little devil on the shoulder. It's you.
RJ, you have to do something.
No, I'm not doing any of these things.
At least a strongly written note.
I'm not doing any of these things.
What about a vintage, black and white 8x10 Lindy Ruff picture? Just leave it on his desk.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, the Michael K. Show reverse remote coming up on April 23rd, presented by Floor and Decor. A full show takeover with everything you need to upgrade your home while we break down everything happening in New York sports. And if you're in Brooklyn, stop by Floor and Decor's flagship store, 850 3rd Avenue, because while we're on the air, there's plenty happening in the store. The Michael K. Show reverse remote presented by Floor and Decor. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get to all those calls that are lined up on the Mets, the Yankees, the Giants, the draft, all of it. 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
New year, new season, same goal. Feel good and stay in the game. But if neck pain, back pain, joint pain, or sciatica is holding you back, it's time to handle it. I'm Bart Scott, and I'm telling you to call Dr. J. Shaw at Sandwell Pain. Dr. Shaw is an Ivy League trained, double board certified, and he specializes in getting people back to living pain-free. No surgery, no scars, no long recovery, no pain medication. Just precise, non-surgical, image-guided treatments that work. Same-day or next-day appointments are available with offices in Woodbridge, Livingston, and Inglewood. Stop playing through pain. Go to SandwellPain.com. Relief starts today.
NBA fans, listen up. You can enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the Play-In tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get into the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel Play in Palooza. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play in Palooza token for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Limit one entry. Profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prizes issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Paramus, Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches. Even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly, professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Monday through Friday in Paramus at the Courtyard by Marriott, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold. The bright yellow building on Route 9 South in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They're not just window and door experts. They're experts at taking care of you and your home. At Pella, they find the products that meet your needs and their experts install them. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Discover why Pella is a trusted choice for homeowners everywhere. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. That's Pella.com/Eisen.
The best mornings
in the morning light
start with Wrangler.
Pull on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler, for the ride of life.
Harry Douglas here to tell you about Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy. It tastes just like the best birthday cake ever. Vanilla, buttery, frosting vibes. It's basically a party in a bottle. And here's the best part. All cake, no sugar. And you know I love my cake. So I get that big birthday energy without any sugar guilt. The bottle's small, easy to toss in my bag, and perfect when I need a quick, tasty caffeine boost to cakeify my day. The Funfetti flavor is back on 5hourenergy.com or Amazon. Crack open a Confetti Craze 5-Hour Energy shot today.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is a job for sponsored jobs.
This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
Join DiPietro and Rothenberg Thursday, April 23rd for a special Couchcast of Round 1 of the NFL Draft. Presented by Calandra's Bakery. The Jets and Giants have 3 picks in the top 16, and Rick and Dave will react live as the first round unfolds. From the big decisions to the big-time drama. Catch it all in this YouTube-only exclusive, and it's all from Calandra's Bakery and your home for football talk. ESPN New York.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. NFL Draft, Dan, is coming up Thursday. 6 days away. And you should join me and Rick on YouTube for the draft on ESPN New York's Couchcast, your second screen for the NFL Draft on ESPN New York's YouTube channel. You'll get real-time reactions, instant takes. We'll have some big-time special guests stopping on by, including our friend Dan Grassa is going to stop right on by. It's all on ESPN New York's Couchcast on draft night. Only on ESPN New York's YouTube channel, Thursday, 8 o'clock, presented by our friends at Calandra's Bakery. I love the draft. Are you just Do you love the draft as well?
Of course. And I think what I'm happy about is normally like it seems like it's an endless wait, at least for me, because we've been so busy with a million other things. That time period was reduced considerably. So like now we're inside of a week to the draft. It feels like the time has flown by.
And it's only 8 minutes a pick during the draft, which is nice.
Which is going to be great.
It's
now,
not
can
too
I ask
long
you something
ago that
about
it was 15 minutes in between picks.
It was endless.
Endless.
I mean, back in the old days when it started at noon on Saturday, and it took until what time for that first round to end, basically.
Oh, it went like 8 o'clock at night. Yeah,
thing of beauty.
I remember
waste the whole day.
I remember I was dating a girl the year the Giants drafted Ike Hilliard. So it was at 97 maybe.
That wasn't the podiatrist, was it?
Yes.
It was.
Yes.
Podiatry.
Yes.
Nice.
And her cousin was in from out of town, and she planned a brunch. And I was like, I can't go to that brunch. And she made me go. And I was so, I don't want to say nasty or obnoxious the entire time I was sitting there not knowing what was happening in the draft.
I'm surprised you even consented to this.
I don't know.
No, I mean, like, that's the first takeaway. Like, how would you even go along with this?
I mean, listen, we were dating. I was trying to please her, and she was like, we have a brunch. My cousin's coming in from out of town. He wants to meet you. And I went, and I was miserable. One of those things, like, I knew I'd be unhappy. I didn't realize I'd be as miserable as, in fact, I was.
Now, let me ask you a question. Whenever you hear the name Ike Hilliard, is that your immediate thought? Like your
Whenever
first
I think
thought?
of the 97 draft, it always goes back to brunch at Blue Water Grill in New York City. Yes.
And he was a top 10 pick?
I think he went 9th.
Like 7th.
7, yeah.
Yeah.
Right in
and that was the year the Jets
and I remember he
had the
he
number
was not
one
supposed
pick.
to go to the Giants at 7. That was a
right,
surprise.
It was a surprise.
He was a good player.
He was good. He was very good.
Very, very good. Want to get to the calls?
I would love to. By the way, can I ask a quick question about the Couchcast thing?
Yeah.
So now we have a Knicks playoff game that night. Will that be incorporated in some way?
And we had a meeting on Wednesday where that was discussed at said meeting.
Well, I think it should. We're only a week away.
Yeah. So it's going to be, and we had to make sure that we're going to be able to see the Knicks on the Couchcast. For us, personally, we have to be able to watch the Knicks game. So
they're gonna roll in another TV like they used to do in 5th grade?
No, like the Brady Bunch, they're going to split the screen.
That's awesome. Well, we have that capability with the big screen outside. We got the 4 boxes.
Yeah, and the Yankees are playing the Red Sox, and the Mets are playing as well.
All on Thursday night?
All on Thursday. Yeah,
you got to be kidding me. I didn't even look that far ahead.
Yeah, and the Yankees start at 6. The Knicks start at 7. The draft starts at 8.
Why are the Knicks? Why are the Yankees a 6 o'clock game?
Maybe the Red Sox start their home games early in the season at 6. I'm not 100% sure.
Could be
my guess. And we have a big dinner.
Calandra's dinner?
No, we're gonna have Calandra's treats and food after, but we're going out for a big fancy dinner. You want to go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the first I'm hearing about it.
Well,
Give
I'm
me the
inviting
details.
you right now.
When, where, time,
me,
who?
It's at a minimum. Me, RJ, John, and Mike Brownshire. At a minimum, that's the dinner.
Do we have a place yet or no?
No, we're open for suggestions.
I'm in.
Okay. You know what? That's terrific. I'm very pleased with that.
And Raymond can't go because, unfortunately, we have a Knicks game.
And the Knicks start at 7. The pregame starts at 6. Raymond, are you even going to be able to go home on next Thursday?
Yeah, of course I am.
Okay, all right.
This is normal. We've done this before.
Normal, standard operating procedure?
Yeah, just have to come in a little earlier.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah. We're all set. We'll be ready.
Okay.
Big day.
Okay. Do you at all feel regret you won't be at the dinner?
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, what am I going to do? Tell the Knicks they can't play?
No, I don't think. Do you have that kind of authority?
No, I do not.
That'd be great.
I do not.
Well, don't tell the Knicks. Just tell Adam Silver. It's like, we got this dinner. Can we push the game back?
What would happen if during the Knicks game they had technical difficulties? People would lose their minds.
Oh, like Amazon?
You're talking about Prime?
Like the Amazon, yeah.
Yeah, that is a Prime game. Yeah.
Right. That's my point.
Mm.
This Saturday, prime. Next Thursday, prime.
Wouldn't go well.
Wouldn't go. No.
Now, is this going to, by the way, once we get to round 2, is there still going to be prime in round 2? Or are we done with prime after round 1?
That would be a Raymond question. I don't know.
I don't have the answer to that. Hang on.
While you look that up, let's get to some of these calls. Let's start out with Colby in Manasquan. Colby, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Hey, good morning, Dave. Good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Colby.
Understatement of the year. Thank you, Dan. Glad you're feeling better. So, understatement of the year, Mets season, total disaster. They can't hit, they can't pitch. You got the owner blaming cold weather.
That's not true, Colby. That's actually not true. Amazingly enough, the pitching has been, for the most part, pretty good.
Sorry. I think I'm so used to saying that. But you have the owner blaming cold weather. That cold weather didn't seem to affect the Diamondbacks too much.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
But
didn't affect the A's
I wanted
either.
to ask. Yeah, no kidding. I wanted to ask, obviously, when the season's going this poorly, I know firing the manager is something you do. It's what the Phillies did in 22 with Girardi, and, hey, they made the World Series that year. But do you view this as Mendoza's team? Because to me, this is Stearns' team, and you have guys like Lindor, Polanco, and Simeon all batting under 200. And even if you get rid of Mendoza, is that going to magically get them to start hitting? Your best hitter so far has been Alvarez, who's batting 247. And that's not even that great.
Who made a boneheaded play on the bases also 2 nights ago.
Yeah, and for a team that's spending this much money, your best hitter is batting 247. Is changing the manager going to automatically, fix that? And then also I will say, do you think Stearns makes it the whole season if they keep playing this poorly?
So let's attack these a little bit. I think Stearns, thanks for the call. I think Stearns has a longer lead. I think the first domino to fall will be Mendoza. And you say, do you think it'll have the impact that's desired? Well, what else are you supposed to do?
Well, everybody knows the one bullet you have is you get rid of the manager or the coach in sports. That's how this works. David Stearns is on a higher pyramid than Carlos Mendoza, unfortunately, right? He hired him. He's the guy. But here's what I'll say to the fans that think just changing the manager is going to automatically kickstart this team. Be careful for a second, okay? Because right now, think about, like Colby just asked, is this Carlos Mendoza's team? Dave, it's not even Carlos Mendoza's coaching staff.
No.
He doesn't know any of these guys.
Staff last season.
They blew out David Stearns blew out the entire coaching staff. So let me ask you a question. David Stearns, the way he runs things and what he did to this coaching staff. And let's not forget, as soon as he got this job a few years ago, what was like one of the first things he did? He fired Buck Showalter.
He wanted
so let
his
me
guy.
Let me ask you guys a question. If they decide to move on from Carlos Mendoza, you think he's going to bring in a manager with a Hall of Fame-ish caliber resume? Or is it going to be somebody like Kai Correa who's going to move over as some analytically driven guy to be the new manager?
I think it'll be Kai Correa.
100%. So is that what you want as a Met fan? You think that's going to jumpstart these guys?
You know the way people feel. Things are awful. Fire the manager. Fire the coach. That's the thought process that people have. How do you what else Dan, let me ask you this. What else can you do? What do you if you continue to lose games, you're not going to fire Stearns. You can't trade all the players. You can't cut all the players. What are you supposed to do?
No, you change the core. You change the coaching staff. And as Colby said, this is Stearns' team right now. This is his baby. He'll get the season. Okay, because Steve Cohen's remember, Steve Cohen waited out David Stearns for 2 years. He had to have him.
I don't understand how David Stearns turns Milwaukee with no salaries into a perennial winner, yet comes here with the Mets and a pretty good nucleus of team and endless amounts of money, and they're getting worse under his tutelage.
Yeah. And most of the moves have backfired. Let's be real.
I don't understand.
Since that run to the LCS, so the last 2 off seasons, and I understand that the moves this past off season, it's still an incomplete because we've only played 20 games or whatever it is. But the majority of these moves have not worked out good. And I'm sorry. You know what? I'm not giving David Stearns credit for signing Juan Soto. The owner got Juan Soto done because he gave him a blank check.
I think there's 2 guys that I look at the owner and say those are the owner moves. Soto and Bichette. Because I don't know that David Stearns was desperate for Bichette. I think it was.
Yeah, I don't believe that story either. That they, we were having conversations. Okay, you were having conversations with him, but the owner basically said, sign this guy. Give him
I think you lost
$40
that on
million
Tucker
for a year.
I think you lost that on Tucker, and you panicked, and you made
100%.
Bichette an offer he couldn't say no to.
Well, and the other thing is this, too. Like, and I've made this point. Like, Steve Cohen's the first guy when things are going tough and things aren't working out, where he says, hey, my hands are up in the air. This is David's team. I let David make the decisions. That's what I hired him for. So let me get this straight. You can overrule David on a situation like Juan Soto, where you say, David, pay the guy $750 million, or in probably the Bo Bichette case, you can overrule him there and say, hey, get this done. But all these other moves, when he lets guys walk out the door, i.e. Pete Alonso, hey, it's David's team. I got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. That's pretty much
like you can't have it both ways.
That's
you know what I mean?
pretty much the way. Well, he meddles and he wants involvement, and some of these tweets he sends out are just
my God, just lay low, lay low.
Well, I sproutlings or greens. I see
green shoots,
green shoots,
green shoots.
I had never heard that phrase before.
I didn't either. I had to Google it, and apparently it's some financial term. Because he's
is that what it is?
Yes.
So what it means, like the beginning of something, right? That's what it is?
It's the, what was it? It was the first signs of improvement in the economy that is performing badly. So the Mets are an economy. Except the problem is they're still performing badly. Yeah.
I just don't see the uptick, really. Maybe.
Well, and the thing, too, with the Mets, like when you were talking about the offense, it's one thing to not score runs. It's one thing not to produce. But, like, the approach. Like, remember opening day when somehow, some way they scored 11 runs against the Pirates? Everybody was like, oh, look at this brand new lineup that the Mets put together. David Stearns, they're grinded out. They haven't grinded out at bats since opening day.
Yeah.
Alex Vesia comes into the game in the 9th inning and retires the side in 10 pitches, Dave.
And almost
pitches.
None of them were strikes. And
none of them were
Alex
strikes.
Vesia looked like Sandy Koufax in that game the other night.
That's really grinding out at bats.
Listen to this now. If you manage an active facility, you don't have time for disruption, obviously. Tricon Construction specializes in working inside healthcare, commercial, and industrial buildings without shutting operations down. So you probably say, what does that mean? That means tight planning, clear communication, safe, disciplined execution. Because when patients are inside, when tenants are working, when production can't stop, there's no margin for mistakes. When it has to be handled professionally and it has to be handled right, Tricon is the only choice. So what you do, Dan, is visit triconbuilds.com. That's triconbuilds.com. How good was that, Reed?
Those Tricon people, they've got their stuff figured out. That's the one thing I do know.
Yeah, they really do. But
they know what they're
doing
doing
for a second. How about me? How good was that read?
It was solid. There was good diction.
Yeah.
There was nice delivery. I
think
thought
the
the voice
thing
had a nice timbre to it.
Yeah. I thought it was mellifluous. The whole everything you were looking for in a read.
A lot of clarity. I know everything I need to know now about Tricon just because of the way you presented it.
Thank you. Let's take a break. We'll come back. And we will get into more baseball and get to your calls on the baseball. The Knicks, and how many NBA players that were polled believe in the Knicks to win the whole thing. And, of course, the NFL draft and Dexter Lawrence. So it's a busy Friday. DNR with you, ESPN New York. Oh, and on this busy Friday, hopefully it's not a busy Friday on the roads, here is the great Debbie Duhame.
Good morning, Dave. Hey, Dan. Welcome. Nice to see you. Let's see what's going on, guys. We've got troubles over on the Van Wyck southbound bumper-to-bumper traffic getting down toward Rockaway Boulevard. Disabled truck right in the construction zone. Alternate side parking rules are in effect. Westbound BQE troubles getting down toward Kent Avenue. A collision blocking 2 lanes. 80 eastbound troubles over by exit 27 in Roxbury. It's a jackknifed tractor trailer. And Bear Mountain State Parkway westbound at Locust Ave into Cortland closed. Accident with injuries, sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline, 877-MAD-HELP, mad.org. I'm Debbie Duhame, 880 ESPN, New York.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
That's ESPNNewYorkContests.com.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets. So go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
Partner with Amazon Hub Delivery to earn extra income for your business with your business. Assist with local Amazon deliveries and get paid for each package you deliver. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. Gain extra income, increase exposure for your business, and connect with neighbors. It's easy to get started with no delivery experience, long-term contracts, or startup costs required. Interested in learning more? Visit Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Lease a new 2026 Mazda CX-50 Hybrid Preferred all-wheel drive for $259 for 36 months. Or buy with 1.9% APR for 60 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for lease details. VIN TN155263. MSRP $37,455. Zero security deposit. APR $17.48 per month for $1,000 finance. And it's $430.26.
Evan Cohen here. In life, as in sports, the pros make it look easy. That's why pro golfers like Jason Day, Ben Griffin, and Patton Kazire trust the pros in lawn care. True Green. They have the experience and expertise to give you a lawn worthy of the PGA Tour. And since True Green does the work for you, you get more free time, or more tee times. So stop stressing over your lawn and start loving it. Sign up now at TrueGreen.com because nobody makes it easier to get a golf course quality lawn than True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
ESPN New York, now streaming live on YouTube. Subscribe today and watch the show. WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
If it's a week of playoff game, Giants, Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, and I walk by a desk in the office and it's decked out in that team's stuff with my full bottle of water. Oops.
Oh no, there's real trouble. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
Can't you just be subtle? Leave a bottle of urine right on his desk.
On ESPN New York. And streaming live on YouTube.
Dan, what is wrong with me? Like, you ever sit around and say, what is actually wrong with him? Like, why do I have these emotions the way I do? You should be able to root who you want to root for and put it on your desk, and it shouldn't be an issue.
Well, I mean, it's free. It's free choice, right? You can do that. I don't think you're going to be discriminated against unless somebody like you walks by.
But that's the problem. Like, you should have seen
on their desk.
If you asked, RJ's been here for like 15 years now. Something like that.
13.
If you asked RJ one of the most uncomfortable moments he's ever had at the station. It was a battle led by me and Andrew Gunling. It was awful.
Well, but did you incite it?
Yes.
And you didn't learn from it, though, obviously.
No.
I think you learned a little. No, I don't think anyone's wanted to actually fight you.
So
then.
Andrew Gunling, you would agree with this, Dan, right? Andrew Gunling was probably one of the nicer, most gentle, benign people that we've ever worked with. You agree with that?
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw him raise his voice even above minimum.
RJ?
I don't know that Andrew Gunley's capable of murder, but I think he was part of him was considering it.
He was plotting.
I have an incredible, RJ Raymond will agree, an incredible skill, if it were a skill, to make people angry. It's incredible.
So you're a nudge. You're a professional nudge.
Well, I've been on the wrong side of it, too. So, yes, I would agree.
I made RJ, I didn't even remember what I did. RJ went crazy at me one day.
Well, it was because I messed up. I made a mistake in the running.
Who the hell are you?
Which I do from time to time. And you went back to it I don't know, 7, 8, 9, straight times about you did everything but take calls on it. And it was
I think I remember that.
It was a fairly benign mistake also.
He's
right, and you wanted to drop it, and he wouldn't let it go.
Right. He's the adult version of the kids in the back seat. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. That's him.
It just got to a point where I was like, let's just move on. I think
he started screaming at me.
I think we spent 8 minutes on it. Actually, not hyperbolic.
Now, those clips do exist someplace.
I never pulled them. So if they may, I don't have them.
I avoided pulling them because it was uncomfortable at the time.
So uncomfortable.
I was actually worried.
Dan, I'm not even kidding. He started screaming at me.
But
and
I
it
think
was
that's
so bad.
I actually said to myself, I'm not going to grab
But that's
these
how
until
I heard of it, because I wasn't with you whenever this happened, and then a couple of days later, then it was played to me. It was okay.
I'm never. I overreacted.
He wouldn't talk to me in the commercials.
Well, because I'm not the kind of person that if I'm ever mad at you, if it allows, certain people, you can't have a discussion. I'm very open to letting you know why. And
RJ, if you defend him for that, then you're going to hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
But listening back, I think, you know what? I think Dan was actually one of he was Switzerland, and I played it for Dan, I think. Is that right, Dan? I played it for you.
I think that's true.
I was the arbitrator,
yeah. And Dan was like, listen, my computer just restarted. Dan was like...
That also happens a lot.
Dan was like, I think you were a little heavy, being me. And after that, I looked at it differently. And this man only needed one flight to change his entire life. You use the opportunity when you're in the airplane to...
Take drugs. Drug myself.
So...
It's not it.
I remember coming in the next day, and I was like, you know what? I think I did the same thing with John. He said the same thing. I was like, I was wrong. But yes, so with Andrew... What Carson Wentz was, it was the MVP. Well, he didn't win MVP, but he may have, right? He tore the ACL against the Rams, I think, diving into the end zone when he was the Eagles quarterback. And so at the time, we think the Eagles season is over.
Because it really it should have been.
Little did we know.
And it doesn't even make sense that a clown like that would lead them to a Super Bowl.
How dare you call Nick Foles a clown?
Clown.
Guy's got a statue.
So Carson Wentz tears the ACL. Andrew gets into work. Dave is on the air middays at that point. I don't know, 10 to 1, something like that. Andrew's just getting settled in. And I used to sit in that little, you remember 2 buildings ago, I used to sit in that little, alleyway.
You remember where the air conditioning would pour in?
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
And it was freezing.
You walk in and go straight to the right, and there was RJ's seat at the end of the
That's what I'm
aisle
thought. That's how I'm thought of. It's fine.
I like that. But RJ, I like that. We used to hang out there, remember?
Yeah, you'd come. You were a frequent visitor. So Gunling's just I didn't even say anything to him because you know. Andrew doesn't care that deeply about many things that aren't his family or friends. Dave comes just barreling out of the studio, and you remember how that ramp used to be?
That's the ramp.
You don't even hear the spring-loaded door close yet, and he's like, Carson Wentz! And you could just hear him, and he's just yelling at Eagles. And finally, Andrew stands up as Dave's wandering over to him because Dave hasn't even taken the 100 steps necessary to get to Andrew. By the time he gets there, Andrew, you hear the desk, he gets up, the chair hits the back of the desk, and I'm like, what is about to happen here?
RJ thought there was going to be a fight.
Now, this was a Monday, day after?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think, now, I've never asked you this, did you think in that moment, what percentage-wise, Andrew throws a punch here.
0.
0.0.
0.
I didn't think it was high, but I thought it was non-zero.
So you thought there was
maybe
a chance?
4%, 3, yeah. When someone
what was the ultimate
punch?
retribution?
I don't know.
Did he ever throw it back in your face when they won the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
obnoxiously, to the extent that you did to him when Carson Wentz got hurt.
No, he didn't.
No, but me just knowing and having to live with that is punishment enough.
Now, I'm not sure this is the incident in question, but it does bring to light Dave's particular skill because it turns a conversation, much like you did with Gunling, very mean.
Clearly, you've heard the audio, RJ, right?
Nope, the audio actually grabbed itself.
You know what? Forget it, RJ.
It went in there and edited itself.
Yeah. You wonder why God said, you know what, 5'4", and that's it. Really? You wonder why he put a cap on you.
And yeah, I was listening to more of that. It gets worse.
I can't see over the desk, but that's fine.
That's not even a good insult.
Oh, it's a great insult. It's one of the greats of all time. You wouldn't understand it because it went right over your head.
That was better.
It's not the Gunling fight, but you can see
that wasn't it. No.
Traits.
When RJ got angry at me, he was livid.
Yes, I was.
He there was no laughing. There was, genuinely, he was angry.
Hell, Rick may have been laughing.
Well, but I mean, is this really a skill that? What day was it this week? Where Rick, he started to make that noise when he gets frustrated with you, where he's like, and he starts rocking back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah, but he gets frustrated.
Sounds like he's constipated.
Yeah, he did.
He gets frustrated with everything. I don't think that was me.
No, I think it was you.
No.
Well, because then he goes.
No, because he said he went to slap Ray.
Not yesterday. I'm talking Monday or Tuesday, because then he goes, RJ, and he needs me to play mediator because that's his tell.
He can't make his points without getting angry.
Oh, see, this is the skill.
He's mentally weak.
This is it.
That's the skill.
Rick is listening. There will be texts coming, I'm sure.
Fine.
I don't know if this is a skill, by the way.
The big dumb oaf that he can't make his points with getting angry.
Right, he can't make his points without getting angry. It's like a toddler.
And I said, rather than give this person the money, I'm going to
give a skill.
Your greatest tool is your. I wouldn't call it a downfall because it hasn't been a downfall, but it's the reason that sometimes people wanted to throw staplers at your head.
And what is it?
I'd say it's more of a gift, but you choose to use it for evil at times.
Well, what is it?
Your ability to use words as weapons.
To needle.
To use words as weapons.
Well, because you're like a coach on the fly. The
tongue is mightier than the sword.
This isn't rattling him the way I'd like to. And then you change gears with a different approach.
And the worst thing of all of it is that you can't get me in return.
Yeah,
nothing really bothers me.
Yeah, Dan, you guys don't really fight when you're together. But Dan, he'll do this thing where he may not even have a counterpoint anymore, or he just really just wants to really just take out the big needle to needle you. He's like, okay, and that's just like you're having a conversation. That's his dismissive, I'm done with you.
Or I'll say if you think so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. If you think so, yeah. And then you look away and go back to what you're doing. So.
And then you realize you've just been defeated.
Yeah.
It's arguing with, yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. All right, let's go to Patrick in Albany. Patrick, he's not happy with this Yankees bullpen, nor should he be. Good morning, Patrick. How are you?
Good morning. How are you guys?
Great.
So, in the beginning of the year, they kept saying this is Aaron Boone's best team, and we were off to a great start and everything. That's great and all, but I know it's still early in the season, and Cole and Rodon and, there's reinforcements coming back. So let's just say when Cole and Rodon come back and the bullpen is still bullcrap and it's still garbage and we finish in third place or fourth place, is Boone or Cashman gone?
If the Yankees finish in third or fourth place and obviously they're going to miss the postseason, there's going to be massive changes. Here's the problem. It's never going to happen.
Yeah, but will there be?
If the Yankees miss the playoffs, there'd be changes, yes.
They missed the playoffs a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but they rebounded by going to the World Series.
But there weren't massive changes then, and these guys have been in power for how many years? It's never going to happen.
Missed the playoffs, they wouldn't have massive changes.
From the hierarchy or the roster? It would probably be more like what the Mets did.
I mean, Aaron Boone would be gone.
Would he be?
Yes. You think they would miss the playoffs and run it all back?
Again, they just missed the playoffs a couple of years ago. Nothing's going to happen. I am of the belief that these guys have jobs for life. Both of them.
Well, Cashman, it's hard to argue that he doesn't.
Until he doesn't want to anymore.
Well, but he's not an old guy.
But he's done this, though. Think about it. That takes years off your life. He's done this for 30 years as the general manager of the New York Yankees. He's made enough money. He can
I don't think it's a financial issue. I think he enjoys being the Yankees GM. I mean, I don't think he's 60.
He might be close.
I would guess he's like 57, 50. What'd you say, RJ?
58. Yeah, because he was 58. Like a baby when he took over as the GM in, 98?
Right. But people, and this is the negative side of the whole Cashman argument, people will say he's not responsible for that first epic era, right? And then he's responsible for the one in 2009. And then if you want to be real negative about it, you'll say, well, he's responsible for the one and he bought that championship, which I have no issue with, but that's what you'll hear.
What year did Aaron Boone's first year was 18, correct? Because 17 they went to the LCS and they got rid of Girardi after that.
They got rid of, was it 8? I don't remember the years. But Aaron Boone's been here for a minute.
This is Aaron Boone's 9th year. And you know what's crazy? Joe Torre had 12. And he won four World Series.
Yeah, but all he did was win. And they got rid of Joe Torre, too.
Think about that. But Aaron Boone's like infringing on that territory. This is his 9th year, and there's probably going to be a 10th. Didn't they just give him a contract extension, too?
I think he's going to be here for a while, yes.
Yeah, think about that. He might equal Joe Torre's tenure as the manager of the New York Yankees without even winning a World Series.
If you had to bet money right now, does Aaron Boone ever win a World Series as manager of the Yankees?
How many years you giving me?
Whatever. You don't know.
Yes. Because you know why? I had a conversation in the office with somebody yesterday.
In our offices?
In John's office, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Was it John?
No, it was with a couple of prospective clients, as a matter of fact.
Oh, nice.
We
call those partners.
Aaron Judge. And I said, you know what, when push comes to shove, he will win a World Series. So if I say Aaron Judge is winning one, I think that Aaron Boone will probably be along for the ride, too.
You don't think?
I
don't see it.
Wow.
I don't see it.
Well, let's see. Girardi took over in 2008. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Girardi got 10 years.
Right. But Girardi was not easy. Like, Girardi wasn't as nice to the players in the organization as Boone. I think that's why they like Boone.
Well, my
Boone
point is
finds
this,
the silver lining in everything.
Torre, 12 years, 4 championships. Girardi, 10 years, 1 championship. Boone, 9 years, 0.
And the funny thing is, do you remember the headline? I don't know if it's the news of the Post, the back page when they hired Joe Torre?
Clueless Joe.
Clueless Joe.
Well, we all thought. I mean, I was younger, but I mean, you remember. I mean, think about it. Joe Torre is a manager. Like his last stop was the St. Louis Cardinals, and you're like, what was that?
He was terrible.
He was the Met manager when they weren't any good.
Weren't any good. They were a disaster.
Good old 70s Mets.
Oh my God, those 70s Mets were so bad. That's my entree to the Mets, like the Frank Tavares Mets, Craig Swan, Pat Zachary. Those were my Mets.
The good times.
The one guy, I remember my dad would always say that. My dad liked a player, that's a good ball player. It's a good, solid ball player. John Stearns. He loved John Stearns.
John Stearns, the catcher.
Yeah, Hubie Brooks.
No longer with us.
Right, John Stearns passed, yeah. As did Gary Carter, unfortunately.
Oh, brutal.
Yeah. All right, well, on that high note, let's take a break. 800-919-3776.
Yeah, you brought everything down, man. What was that? God.
What?
You brought everything down there at the end.
Well, listen, it's the cycle of life. I mean, people pass.
Wait, did you answer the question, by the way, about Aaron Boone? Is he going to win a World Series or not?
No. I don't think the Yankees are going to win a World Series for an extended period of time.
And you don't think he's going to be the manager when it does happen again?
I don't. I don't think the American League's all that good now.
But it doesn't matter. Like, as much as we're living in this Dodger world the last couple of years where they've won back-to-back, right? Like, baseball still, and I hate to use a Yankee term, it is a crapshoot when it comes to who wins a World Series or not.
If it's a crapshoot, then why do the Yankees never win it?
Well, great question. But my point is that, you know what, there's 29 other teams. Remember, a couple of years ago, we had Arizona and Texas in the World Series.
That was a thriller, huh?
Oh. You almost forget that. You almost forget that happened, and you almost forget that Bruce Bochy managed the Texas Rangers, because it was only for a couple of years, and now he's back in retirement again.
Yeah.
And he's back working for the Giants, actually, as a special advisor.
And the Giants stink.
Collected a nice fat check.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. I mean, it's tomorrow night. It deserves some conversation. It's the Knicks and the start of their series against the Atlanta Hawks. It's DNR with you. Rick is off but listening, but Dan is here in his place, right here on ESPN New York.
All right, spring's finally here, which means I'm back on the grill, and I've been getting my stuff from Wild Fork Foods. These deals are ridiculous. Bacon-wrapped pork rounds for just $2 each, and chicken thighs, $2 a pound. That's awesome quality at a great value, and everything's blast frozen, so it's always fresh when you need it. They've got over 450 options. Also, 7 locations or same delivery at wildforkfoods.com.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver, and we are all getting ready for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York, and can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Tell us why fans should be excited for the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix.
The racing is just so exhilarating coming in and watching it from the shoreline of Governor's Island and in front of the Statue of Liberty, racing in one of the biggest, most amazing cities in the world. I'm getting the goosebumps just talking about it. And these boats are the fastest boats in the world, racing with the best sailors in the world. It's really cool, and it's going to be so electric in New York. And it's our home event this year, so we're pumped.
We are pumped as well, Taylor. We appreciate your time. He is U.S. Sail GP team driver Taylor Canfield. We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
The Hulu original series Love Overboard is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
16 singles are headed to this super luxury yacht to fall in love.
I'm a romantic.
I want to find love. This is going to be the best summer of our lives. But whoever you do not choose will be going overboard. This is insane.
Let the games begin.
Watch the new Hulu original series, Love Overboard, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Less than the Mets game on 880 ESPN. You're going to have the Knicks and the Hawks. And if for some reason it doesn't start, like Nets take long, post-game, whatever, you'll have the game in its entirety on 1050. So you're going to have options of how you're going to consume the Knicks. And I asked Raymond who's doing the games, and it's the A-team. It's Tyler and it's Monica. And I got to tell you, I have been waiting and waiting and waiting to finally get here. 82 games, the conversations, do they care about the regular season? Can they beat the Celtics? Do I not want the Hawks? Can they beat the Pistons? Are teams too physical? Like the whole thing. Dan, We are finally here.
We're finally here after the 82-game warm-up, if you want to call it that, right? Because that's what the regular season was for the Knicks. We knew that basically since last summer. I have a quick question, though, for Ray. And maybe only like 5 people might care about this, but I'm one of the 5, so I'm going to ask the question. Remember last year, or really in any playoff year, when you have, 3 games in a day, 4 games in a day, and if you're not the first game, if the game that precedes your game goes long, the tip time is then pushed back for your game. But the fact that these are all prime vehicles, do we have that pushback for this,
No, I don't
Ray,
think
at
they'll
all?
do that.
I haven't gotten any emails indicating that there's a slide. Is
I don't
what you're
think
asking.
they'll do that.
But
Because I remember last year I did game 1 Knicks-Pistons, and that was either like the second or third game of the day on the network or whatever that was carrying the basketball that day. It might have been ESPN, whatever. But the game that preceded it, I think, went into overtime. So they had to push back tip to the Knicks by an extra half hour, which means my pregame lasted an extra 15 or 20 minutes,
Really?
and we hadn't planned for that.
That feels unusual.
No, the most they would push it is 5 to 10 minutes. Are you sure it was a half hour? Maybe it was a long pregame
It felt like
show.
a half hour.
Maybe it was a
felt like a half
pregame
hour.
show, but
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that. I think the Knicks game will start. I mean, Ray, what's the exact start time for the Knicks tomorrow night? 6:08?
probably 6:10.
6:10?
Well, the reason I bring up the Prime, because if you open up Prime Video, for example, or any streaming service, each game has its own dedicated
its own
window.
individual, yes.
Right. You're not just married to, let's say, well, ESPN is showing this, so you got to wait for that game to end.
No, but you know what
before
they
can
do?
decide.
Joys of
And there's
non-linear
There is no worse sport in the history of mankind at doing this than college basketball. Because for some reason, every network will still give you, we have a college basketball game at noon and then 2, when these games never take 2 hours, ever.
The
I think
2-hour windows.
A playoff game will take two and a half. I think that's about right. So the Knicks tip off at a little after 6 tomorrow night, and I think that's accurate, and that's what you're going to get. So you tell me right now, and let's open up the phone lines to the people, because I know you're excited about the Knicks, and you should be. 800-919-3776. What are you expecting? Let's start with this series. What are you expecting to see from the Knicks in this series?
They're the better team. They should win the series. Simple as that.
Quickly?
They're the better team.
Easily?
I think 5 is a distinct possibility. Better than 50-50 chance it's a 5-game series.
All right, so
they're better.
If this goes 6+, you would look at this as you would be disappointed in the Knicks' performance.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Because I think that if you do a little bit of a deeper dive into this Hawks team, and look, give them credit. I didn't think they'd be any good this year, and especially when they broke up the team and traded away Trae Young. And they've had a great post-All-Star break run.
They've been one of the better teams in the NBA.
But if you look at, they're 20-6 since the break. If you look at those 20 wins, do you know who they played? They had 3 against Brooklyn, 2 against Washington, 2 against Milwaukee, 2 against Dallas, Memphis, Sacramento. They went 11-0 in those games.
After the
you
All-Star
have it in front
break.
of you,
obviously. Do they have any game you're like, ooh, that's a good win? Have anything that's impressive?
Well, I mean, they played the Knicks tough, on that Monday night towards the end of the season.
Yeah, but the Knicks still got them.
They'll be pesky, don't get me wrong, but, I think that Knicks fans, a lot of them are still just so kind of petrified over the fact that this team hasn't won in so long. They have the 2021 series fresh in their minds, Trae Young and all that stuff. The Knicks team from 2021 versus now, it's night and day, Dave. Night and day. Now, we thought it was the greatest thing since sliced bread then because the Knicks had been down for so long. And then it was the post-COVID season, Tom Thibodeau, they made the playoffs, they had home court advantage, fans were let back into the Garden, and it was like a party atmosphere, and then they disappointed. Do you remember who was in the starting lineup for the Knicks in that series? Elfrid Payton.
Oh, my God.
Reggie Bullock. Nerlens Noel. That's not this team.
No,
this team is
this
that.
team is
This
good.
team would sweep that team.
This Knicks team would crush that team. But nobody cares about that. Nobody wants to win a playoff round. How far do you think, in a perfect world, realistically, the Knicks can go here?
I think they could go to the conference finals.
So you think the only reason I'll push back on that is because to get to the conference finals, in my mind, you have to beat the best team in the Eastern Conference.
Correct.
And that's Boston. So
Correct.
If you're able to beat Boston, which quite frankly, I don't think they will beat Boston, but if you're able to beat Boston, you don't think you have the momentum to get by Detroit after that?
I don't know how much is going to be left in the tank at that point because I think Boston will be a freaking out-and-out war. That might take 7 games, blood, sweat, tears, and I don't know how much will be left in the tank.
All right.
And if
if
you have to play Detroit, by the way, a team that has had your number, to say the least, all season long.
How about if Detroit has to go similar extended series against Cleveland?
That would help. That would help.
And
that's why I think it's important to make sure you dispose of the Hawks in no more than 5 games. Like they should have every incentive known to man the Knicks. You know what I mean? Because they've heard the stuff all year about, is this team have championship mettle? Can they do it? Are they ready? Karl Anthony Towns, blah, blah, everything. And remember, too, the Hawks actually wanted this matchup. That should be fodder for bulletin board material. Remember, the Hawks tanked on that last day to fall into the 6th seed.
You've gone through the motions. You've gone through the motions all year. And I know that you've had a good season, but I think a lot of fans expected to get the 1 seed, and certainly most people thought you were going to win the division. Neither of those things happened. And you can't tell me that the Knicks at times didn't go through the motions of, all right, you know what, this game doesn't matter all that much. That doesn't matter all that much. Get me to the postseason. Well, here you are. This is what you've had circled on your calendar all season long. Go take care of business. Now, I have did you see RJ's rundown? Did you study it?
I consumed RJ's rundown over
that's
breakfast
unfortunate.
This morning.
That's unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Why? It's a good rundown.
No. I'll tell you why it's unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
Because RJ put in an interesting nugget from The Athletic that I think would have been a tremendous game to play with you. We can't play that game now.
But I can pretend for the purpose of, I do this for a living. I can BS you with the best of them.
No, but I don't. But you know the answer. So what fun would that?
No, but there's an interesting takeaway from that, though. So let's go ahead and play the game.
Raymond, did you see the rundown? Did you see this poll by The Athletic?
I did, and yes, and even if I hadn't seen the rundown, I would have seen the poll. So.
You know what, RJ? It's a shame you didn't do it. It's a shame you didn't just send it to me, that I could bring it out almost like a Richard Dawson here. Kiss Dan on the cheek, welcome him in, and be like, hey, top 9 answers on the board. And then we play like that.
Listen, it's been done before. Games were created in.
Kiss on the cheek, pat on the back, just like they used to do back in the day.
But
yeah.
I think the information still punches through.
Oh, it's very relevant. So 146. That's a big number. 146 players anonymously were asked across the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
I love that noise. Which team other than your own will win the title this year? Which team other than your own will win the title this year? So obviously the number one answer is Oklahoma City. Makes sense, right? Makes absolute sense. So 50%. What's half of 146? 73?
That's a 73, Bob.
73 of the 146 at Oklahoma City. Another quarter plus went with the Spurs. So you have 75+% of the answers here are it's going to be either Oklahoma City or San Antonio. Let me ask you this right now.
Mm-hmm.
I offer you Thunder, Spurs, or everyone else. Who are you taking?
I'll take Thunder Spurs because I think the Thunder
Spurs. RJ, Thunder Spurs, everybody else.
Thunder Spurs.
Raymond, Thunder Spurs?
Yeah, Thunder Spurs.
Okay. All right. So those are the two, 75% of the votes. Third up, Celtics, 8%. Fourth up, Nuggets, 7.5%. Fifth up, Pistons, 4%. Fifth up, Cavs, 1.5%. Sixth, Lakers. They have no chance to win. Lakers, 1.5%. Seventh, Wolves, 1.5%. Finish it up with the Knicks? No. The Knicks' opponent, the Hawks, 0.6%. Dan, 146 NBA players were polled. Who's going to win? You know how many said the Knicks? 0. Not one went with the Knicks as the answer.
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of people like to hate the Knicks. We know that, right? Because Brunson isn't good enough to be a number one. You can't win a championship with a smallish guard as your lead dog. Karl Anthony Towns is overrated. He's not good. I mean, we hear the same stuff all year long about this team. So that's really not that much of a surprise. Where I call them frauds and the players that participated in this survey, you can't tell me that the San Antonio Spurs deserve 25% of that vote and the Detroit Pistons are only getting 4%. They both have had collectively the same amount of success in the playoffs. Remember we say, well, this Detroit team hasn't won anything. Neither has San Antonio. You can't sit here and say the Spurs are that much more of a favorite than the Pistons should be when they both have not won anything before in the playoffs.
Yeah, but when you look at star power, I mean, the Spurs have arguably, the best player in the NBA, you could argue.
But there was only a difference of 2 wins throughout the season. And by the way, Cade Cunningham missed how much time with a collapsed lung, and the Pistons won like 8-3 while he was gone.
I think in some way you're missing the story a little bit. It's not about who voted for the Spurs or the Pistons or the Thunder. Not one person voted for the Knicks. Not one.
Now, I understand that, but I'm just saying my point is if they made the Spurs-Pistons thing that much discrepancy, why should we then put any stock into what they say about the Knicks? That's
because
what the correlation is.
I think it's jarring. Because it's not like there's there's a Knicks bias or people. Not one said the Knicks.
Yeah, but you know something? I say this too even with others, like athletes in other sports, like football players, for example. You know, that's the sport I'm around the most. I always say this about current players. How much are you really paying attention to the rest of the league?
Fair.
You know, like
fair.
football, for example.
Then wouldn't you think that just by pure coincidence, one person would have said, man, we played the Knicks. They beat us by 20. I'll vote for the Knicks. Best chance to win. Not one.
But how much are they really keeping up with the rest of the league?
So none of them, though? 146, and none of them keep up with the rest of the league.
Well, they might think that these other – well, don't these other teams, though, like, for example, Oklahoma City's the defending champion. San Antonio, you just said it, because they got Wemby. Wemby himself gets more publicity than the Knicks do as a whole. So they sit there and they cater to the teams that get thrown in their face more often.
I think the Knicks get a lot of publicity. I think they get a lot of negative publicity. I think that most people...
But it's not good publicity. It's not publicity that's going to make you then vote for them to say they're going to win a championship.
Most people out there in media circles and the players as well think the Knicks have no chance to win the NBA championship this year.
I would agree with you.
Do you think they have any chance to win the whole thing?
I think they have a chance. I wouldn't say it's a great chance, but they have a chance.
See,
but the problem is
they don't have a chance.
Well, I think the other thing, too, is based on that survey, they also don't think that much about the Eastern Conference either.
That's right. Because 3 out of every 4 of these individuals asked said it was going to be either the Thunder or the Spurs. But when I asked you guys who's going to win, you all said you would take Thunder or Spurs also.
Right. So Knicks, by default, they're a team in the Eastern Conference, too, and we don't even think they're the best team in the Eastern Conference.
But somebody said the Hawks.
Well, I mean, they're morons. Then they're morons.
Somebody said the Hawks. All right, let's break. I guess the question out there is, are we in our New York bubble where we sit here and we look at the Knicks and say they have a real chance, but in actuality, they had no chance? I don't know. 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
NBA fans, listen up. You can enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the Play-In tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get into the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel Play-In Palooza. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Limit 1 entry. Profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prizes issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids to speak to a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Go to carsforkids.org now or call 877 Cars for Kids to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Harry Douglas here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Empower. Pete's back on the links with all new golf clubs and hopefully less swearing.
Dang, sliced it.
He worked with Empower to help him get good at money so he can be a little bad.
Heads up!
Oof. Talent sold separately.
Guy said these were slice proof.
At least he has money for lessons. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
NBA fans don't just watch the game, they live it. So,
all right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. It just kind of sneaks up on you sometimes. The morning roast is here.
I can't believe it's here already.
The show is flying by. You're really a talented guy because it never flies by like this when it's Rick and I.
Yeah, it's probably a long slog, I would say.
Yeah, it gets sluggish, but woo. Look at that.
That's what I am. I'm like a nice ocean breeze.
It's lovely. Raymond, would you agree that the show goes faster when it's Grassa?
I mean, it feels about the same to me.
The same to you?
Yeah, I don't know that necessarily. I mean, it still feels like it's going fast.
Do you feel like you're not as on edge when Rick is not here?
Well, it's not as if either of you hasn't crossed the line before, once or twice. So, but it's way less frequently, and it's way when Rick crosses the line, he's fully conscious of what he's doing. He's trying to see how far he can push that.
But he doesn't cross the line. He goes so far you can't turn around and see the line.
Right, he floors it.
Right.
Okay, but I'm gonna take you back, and this did happen once.
I got some titillating news for you, my friend.
Right.
God.
That is a thing that happened.
Do you remember that, Dan?
I remember quite well. And the best part about that was I get a kick out of it. And it should almost be like a little drop is the noise you made afterwards.
I got some titillating news for you, my friend.
Right.
God.
That's how I felt a couple of weeks ago.
It's not like there's not a history
You know what,
here.
Raymond? It's a really good point you bring up.
But it's way less of... It's way less of a frequent issue. I'll put it that way. Dave.
Can I hear that one more time?
You want to hear it
Raymond?
one more time? Yeah, sure. Why not?
I got some titillating news for you, my friend.
Right.
Listen, Dave infamously, the one time I had to tell him to go to break early, and then I had to run into the studio and tell him that's a word you can't say, Dave.
You can't say that. Although at that time, I don't know that you couldn't say it, but certainly
no,
now
at that time you couldn't say it. That's why I told you couldn't say it.
Dan, I think it was. I believe it was the first segment of the show, and I was red hot, and I just continued to say this over and over and over, and finally he's like, "Just go to break." It was like 7. I was doing 7 to 10, maybe 7 to midnight. I don't even remember. 7 to something, and at like 7:04, he's like, "Just go to break." And I looked. I was like,
I didn't know what else to do.
It's 7:04. Why would I go to break? He's like, "Just go to break." So I'm like, "All right, well, I'll be back, Dave Rothenberg, with you." ESPN New York.
Listen.
And then he comes running. He goes, "You can't say that."
At the time,
what did you say?
I can't say it.
Text me.
I was at the end of my rope.
If
on
I
that one.
text
I
this
didn't
to
know
you,
what to do.
If I text this to you, Dan, you can't make mention of it on air. You can't walk around it. You can't say anything. Okay?
So I'm gonna tell you why I told him to go to break, because I was at the end of my rope at that point. He had already said it 3 times. I had no more dump available. 4 minutes into the show, I had no more dump available. So I knew if he said it again, I couldn't protect him. It was going to be out there. I don't tell him to go to break there. There's a chance that ends Dave Rothenberg. We're not here doing this show.
I think it does.
This.
Yeah,
we're not having this discussion right now.
I sent you the text of what I said, Dan.
It's another person hosting this show with Rick DiPietro, or today with you, Dan Grossa. This is not a Rothenberg vehicle.
What's the butterfly effect? Could you imagine how different? I mean, I'm not trying to make myself into a star, certainly, because I don't think that's true. But how different the station would be if Ray let that get on air.
Very.
So again,
by the way.
Oh boy, this had to be
it has to be at least a decade ago.
But back
right?
then,
2015, 2016, yeah.
But about that time, though, like you said, I agree with you. You could kind of, sort of get away with that.
No, you could
well,
not.
Well, no, I used to. How about this?
No, you could not.
I will say this.
I promise you.
Ray, I actually, probably around that time period, used to also use it as an example, a derivative of what Dave said in describing certain performances.
Okay, but there's lots of words we all used to say when we were younger that you would never say now. You wouldn't even come close to say.
You made me go to break at 7:04.
Again, I didn't know what else to do, Dave. Nobody was coaching me on that one. I said, "Oh God, I've got to protect him from himself. Go to break."
You know what it reminded me of? Dan, were you, I believe it was you, working Jets pregame when Todd Bowles went on his swearing tirade at 1 in the morning.
I remember that.
And we ran, it was 3 questions in. Jets just lost out. They're having a terrible year. And usually if you're going to get the cursing coach, you get it off the jump. Come to the podium, start slamming stuff. Curses start flying. Okay, we know what we're in for. We got 3 questions in. I was like, oh. It was after a Monday Night Football game. We're in the clear. We're good. Out of nowhere. Bleep, 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 bleep.
Rapid fire.
I think it was 2020.
Like finger guns.
Yeah. I think we ran out of dump, and Dan's in the studio. Yeah, and I go, I need you to talk. And I think you said, what do you want me to say? And I said, I don't know anything. We can't keep airing this.
You know what I did yesterday while I was on the air?
But mine was pure ignorance. I didn't know.
Yeah, but it's that moment of panic when you work in this control room of, we can't keep doing what we're doing. Let's do anything else. Literally,
but Ray, correct me if I'm wrong. It was only me and you, right?
It was
I
only
was the
me.
host, and I was hosting solo, and you were the producer, board op, jack of all trades.
I can't remember if I had a board op. I can't remember whether or not I did. But it's very well possible that it was just me and you that day.
Dan,
it's very well possible.
Like it was you got a break. And I thought it was something he comes running. I'm like, what's wrong? Are we not on air? He's like, no, you can't say that.
And because he was the one that would get garbage for it. That's why. He would have to bear the wrath. And he was trying to protect himself, I think, and then in turn you.
If not for that quick acting, producing hat you wore that night, Ray, this show doesn't exist.
We're not here right now.
We're not here right now.
I may not be here. Who knows?
No, I don't think any of us are here.
You know what I did yesterday? And, Ray, I don't know if it's in – I know they replayed it on the air because I had to hear it. It was kind of funny. I don't know if they saved it in the system. The last segment of the show in the afternoon, when I went to break, instead of reaching over to turn the microphone off, I hit the dump button. So you didn't even hear what I, teased.
How'd you
like
do
that we were going to talk about in the next segment.
I don't see that here. But
Because you were Michael K yesterday? Is that what that was?
Yes. So, like I said, all right, we're going to close out the show next, blah, 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 blah. And then I, went over and I turned the microphone off, but I hit the dump button. So you didn't hear, the last whatever.
And the microphone button aren't even close to each other.
No, they're right next to each other.
Well,
They're right next to each other.
All right.
The dump button is to the right of the off button for the mic.
Explain to everyone about the morning roast, would you? You've done the morning roast before. We know this.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's almost like your own. Tell people about it and what they can do and how they can participate.
I mean, you get to the end of the week. A lot goes on in your life, some good, some bad, but there's always just one thing that's got to be gnawing at you. And it could be something that didn't even happen this week. It could be something that's been bottling up for weeks at a time.
Or maybe you didn't have time to call last week or weeks ago.
And maybe you didn't have a chance. Or, it slipped your mind or something. You were tied up. This is the opportunity you get to redeem yourself, to vent, right? To feel a little bit better about things. This is the opportunity, and the phone number is 800-919-3776. It's called the Morning Roast.
That's nice. Is yours?
That's what it is.
When did you acquire your roast for today?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
For the second straight week,
I am not
showing up. I am not showing up to the party with a gift. I don't have anything.
Really?
I can manufacture something, but I'm going to need some time here. God's honest truth.
You don't have anything
want to
now?
half-ass it. Huh?
You don't have anything still now?
I think I kind of do, but I don't it's not necessarily something I got all the.
That's not inspiring.
I got everything out of my system, if you will. And it's kind of put it in the rear view. So.
All right. Well, that's. I don't feel excited for you to give your roast up today.
I feel bad. I'm just being, but I'm not going to lie to you.
Maybe you don't play.
If I have to sit this one out, I have no problem sitting it out because it's nothing that's of urgency.
Well, I don't want you to sit it out, but if you don't have anything that's going to move the needle for people,
give it some time. Give it some time, and I'll be one of the last to go if we still have some time left.
Ray, you have something really good.
Today, not as good as I've been in the past.
No?
I can sit there and BS about traffic and all that crap, but it's everybody has that.
You know what, Ray, yours should be?
What's that?
And maybe does it involve any kind of transportation?
Well, I feel like we just had this.
Yeah, but Ray, who is it that's $100 to get from New York City?
But it's who I roasted last week.
Yeah, but I
the same people.
But it wasn't $100 last week.
Yeah. It's honestly.
How can you do that?
It's amazing because that story seems to get worse and worse as every day passes.
But I don't understand how that's legal.
We're not going to allow tailgating at the stadium. Now we're not going to allow parking. Now we're not going to allow transportation. Now you can only get there by the train. Now you have to pay $100 to use said train.
You know what you should do. You know what you should do.
Oh, by the way, none of that is official. We're just floating ideas right now. That's not official. Don't get mad at us, please.
Lease out your parking spot.
Oh, we just talked about this. There are strict rules that I have to abide by.
It's just fodder. It's conversation. I know you're not going to, but how much money do you think you could get for your spot for the week?
So interestingly enough, I see people renting out apartments for the B&Bs, Airbnbs.
Yeah.
They're getting $3,500, three.
That's crazy.
$3,500, couple days maybe, Yeah,
I got to tell you.
Yeah,
if someone would offer you $25,000 for the duration of the World Cup, maybe you move.
Yeah, but what are you doing that for though, right? Because is there somebody that's actually going to find a way to have tickets to every one of those games? That would cost a fortune.
Probably.
And how do you go about acquiring all those tickets?
These are people with money. Listen, it's.
But Ray, no disrespect.
Mm-hmm.
If they've got the kind of money to pay for tickets to the World Cup final, for example, they could probably find accommodations better than your apartment.
Exactly.
No
exactly.
You're
Not
disrespect.
wrong.
And not for nothing, but Last thing I'll say on this, because this feels like a roast in and of itself. But it's like when you combine two great scammers like New Jersey Transit,
FIFA is
and
the worst,
and FIFA. Yeah, this is what's going to happen. Scamming is going to happen, and that's
there is no more corrupt organization
in the world.
In the world.
In the
FIFA.
world. And I feel like that is not talked about enough. But maybe now it will be, since it's affecting us in the tri-state.
I don't think
maybe
so.
cars for kids.
Easy now.
Yeah, what are you doing? You know, RJ, Dan also has this ability to say stuff that he really shouldn't say.
Quite similar. Quite similar.
Yeah, I think we should,
we should move forward.
Pivot.
Move forward.
Knicks.
Yeah.
All right, let's go around
It's
the
the
horn
roast.
here. RJ, Knicks beat the Hawks in how many?
5.
Raymond?
5.
Dan?
5.
Oh, you guys are so optimistic. I think Rick
What about
thinks
you?
5 also.
You can't be scared, Dave.
I'm not scared
Don't be
of that.
scared.
I'm not
They're
scared of
better.
the Hawks.
They're
No,
better.
The Knicks should. Let me ask you this, Ray. Knicks lose tomorrow night. Do you panic?
Not panic, but I'm not happy. Tell you that.
Yeah.
I'm not happy.
That was a scenario that we talked about the other day. It's like, because even though there's only the one day in between game 1 and 2, can you imagine what those 48 hours are going to be like?
Could you imagine what our show would be like Monday morning if the Knicks lose on Saturday? Panic. It would be sheer panic.
And the Mets get swept by the Cubs.
Yeah, and the Mets are. I mean, honestly, the best thing for the Mets right now is the Knicks and the draft. The less time we talk about the Mets, the better for the Mets.
You know what? New Jersey Transit is the best thing for the Mets right now.
The Mets
World
are New
Cup.
Jersey Transit right now.
That's a great point.
They're one and the same. All right, you guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is why I'm hot.
Is the morning roast.
So you know how it works. You have a roast, something to get off your chest, bothering you, angers you, you're passionate about it, 800-919-3776. I've been remiss in doing some reads, so let me clean this up a little bit here. ESPN New York and Floor and Decor are giving you the chance to design your day with Michael K. One lucky fan and a guest will win a studio visit, an exclusive meet and greet with Michael K. This is your all-access pass and experience that you won't ever forget. To enter, head to the Floor and Decor flagship store, 850 3rd Avenue in Brooklyn. Design your day with Michael K. Presented by, well, you guessed it, Floor and Decor. Game time brought to you, Dan, by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. It's busy. It's busy. 2:20 Mets at Chicago taking on the Cubs. 7:05 Yankees hosting the Royals. 7:30 Magic host the Hornets. NBA play-in for the East. 10 o'clock Warriors visit the Suns out west. And that's game time brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. All right, let's go. 800-919-3776. Let's go with Patty in Schenectady. Patty, I know you love the roast. Lead us off on a Friday.
Hello, guys. So I guess this roast is a week late. I was trying to call last week, just didn't get the time. But my roast is going to be about, I don't know, I feel as, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest golf fan in the world, but I like watching the majors. I like getting involved in the majors. And to me, I know that Augusta is like special because they obviously limit the media coverage and they are the ones that run it. But I think it's ridiculous that the Masters isn't like the Super Bowl Sunday of golf. Like Thursday, the Masters tees off at 8 a.m. I should be able to see whoever's teeing off wherever I want them. I should be able to watch them every hole. There should be a red zone. They could call it whatever, hole in 8, whatever they want to call it.
You can't watch golf from the start to the finish on Sunday?
Like, so there's, on Sunday, you can watch on the Masters app, but there's only like certain groupings, or like Paramount has certain groupings, and then CBS doesn't start their full coverage till 2 p.m. Because that's when the leaders are teeing off and everything.
Why do I want to watch like Vijay Singh if he's 11 over?
Barely made the cut.
I mean, not necessarily that, but also like, I don't know. I feel like maybe some with things like FanDuel and DraftKings that might be a little bit more prevalent. seeing those things is also something that is a bonus for golf watchers. I don't know, and I'm not talking about just the finish. I'm talking more about like Thursday. Like Thursday when everything's kind of getting sorted. Like I want to be able to watch, even if it is an amateur going off, I want to see him triple bogey. I don't know. I think that's kind of interesting and stuff like that. I know maybe
what
it's a
time,
niche roast,
Patty?
but,
what time did the
There's
Prime
like
Video
how
coverage
many
start?
golfers are there? You can't watch everybody on every shot.
No, I agree, but you should be able to watch every hole live or every couple of holes live.
What time did the Prime Video coverage start on Thursday and Friday?
10:30, I think. It was later than the first year couple tee times.
I think with Amazon and ESPN and ESPN Plus, I think you could. I mean, when I saw that his roast was going to be on the Masters, and by the way, you were listening to DNR, WHSQ, WCBS FM HD2 in New York. I thought he was going to complain about like the 18th, and
right?
That the winning shot, you couldn't see it go in.
Well, in the second shot on 18th, you had no idea where the ball ended.
Right.
And
they were the coverage was so good and so spot on before that. I thought CBS really kind of dropped the ball. I for the life of me, I didn't think he was going to go there.
Yeah, I mean, and again, everybody teaches own. With DirecTV, though, you have like 5 like Masters channels, and then they have like a mixed channel as well. And I don't watch from start to finish on like Thursday and Friday, whatever. So like I don't know, maybe it does start, but every time I put it on, it seems like they had the coverage there, and they had 4 different screens apart from whatever the main box is.
Now, I'm not a golf guy, so it's not going to impact me the same. But, I mean, it seems unrealistic. You're going to get every shot of every player on every hole for 4 days.
It's impossible.
Let's go to Dave and Edison. Dave, you're on the Morning Roast. Good morning, Dave.
Yeah. Hi, how you guys doing?
Good.
So I just wanted to roast everybody, especially in the media, who always pick chalk, especially when it's my team. I mean, I'm a Celtics and a Cowboys fan. I can't stand that everybody thinks the Celtics are the favorites of the East, that the Knicks have no chance. And also, like in 2007, only Giants fans believed the Giants were going to beat the Cowboys. Everybody picked the Cowboys. It's so annoying.
But if you think that the Celtics are going to win or the Cowboys are going to win, like you pick who you think. And the Cowboys should have beaten the Giants that day.
Yeah, but because my thing is this: I won $100 betting my friend the Celtics would finish top 6 in the East this year because nobody would believe it. I mean, to me,
but
I
Dave,
believe in the
what
Masters or
happens
Ashes
when
series
your
of betting.
team is better than expected. People are going to jump on that bandwagon. I wouldn't say nobody thinks the Knicks have a chance to beat Boston if they play.
Well, when it's my team, I don't like it. I mean, I believe in the Masters or Asses betting theory. If you bet what everybody against what everybody agrees on, you're going to do pretty good. That's just my opinion.
All right. Listen, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you have a team that's really good. You got 2 of the best 5 players in the NBA, and people believe in the Celtics right now.
So should they not pick them? I don't understand. Like, is that going to influence then the outcome?
I don't know what
people pick them or don't pick them.
So would you rather be the 8 and you're playing the you're playing the Pistons and you're heavy underdogs? Like, what are you looking for?
Like, who cares?
He
right?
does. Apparently,
the players that are out on the court, they're the ones that are going to decide it, not what we think is going to happen or not happen.
All right, so Ray, you said your roast is. I don't want to put words in your mouth. Like meh.
It's not breathing fire like some of my roasts have.
Is it a big conglomerate you're going after though? Like you tend to do?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Is it like Sony or Apple or something like?
It's bigger. It's as big a conglomerate.
Mercedes-Benz.
It's as big a conglomerate as you can think of.
Okay.
It's the biggest name in everything.
McDonald's.
Everything we do. Well, it's kind of all encompassing. It's the National Football League in a sense.
Uh-oh. Be careful here.
Well, no. Listen, I'm not going after the actual product. It's fine. But, this is like one of my favorite times of year, considering the draft and all the off-season stuff. I eat this stuff up. I love it. But also one of my other passions, I really like the aesthetic. I'm about the uniforms. I like the uniforms, and I want, the product to look good on the field, right? You've heard me mention this before, right, Dave?
Of course, yeah.
And this is a big time of year where new uniforms get unveiled.
Are you going to go after the Ravens' new uniform?
No, well, not. I don't want to. It's not an attack on any one team per se. It's that what this cycle showed me is, boy, teams are really the lack of creativity and really the reversal on some really bad designs over the years. Because you notice what the pattern has been over the years. Like teams unveil this really weird, ugly uniform. Everybody hates it, and then they end up reverting back to something that they've worn in the past because it's much better. I mean, the Jets did this, the Browns did this, the Bucks did this, right?
Broncos need to be next.
Broncos probably need to be next on the list. But so, like, the Titans kind of went back to their Oilers look, though not
I love
100%.
those uniforms.
Although it's missing a couple things. The Commies went back to their old look. No, except for the name, but this is what they should have done in the first place. The Rams went back to... I mean, it's kind of the same uniform, but they cleaned it up to resemble more what the Rams should look like. And yes,
so who are you roasting here?
So I'm lacking. I'm going after. Like I said, it's not one of my greatest ones, but I just the lack of creativity and like we put out when we do get creative, we put out stuff so bad that we've got to go ahead and revert back to something that we wore before. Basically, the only team that actually tried something new this time was the Falcons. And even that is kind of like, they kind of played it safe. The Ravens uniform, the only thing I would roast about the Ravens uniform is that it came out as like, well, what's the difference here? You know that clip from The Office, corporate wants you to identify the differences in these two pictures? They're the same picture? Yeah. They're the same picture? I don't see the difference in the Ravens.
The black helmet's different. I hate matte helmet.
I guess.
I guess. But, like, again.
One of the alternates.
Overarching, it's just the lack of creativity in the NFL.
I hate change to begin with. Mm-hmm. I don't understand why I guess it's for money, right? So people buy new uniforms.
Well, yeah. People got to buy new stuff. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. But I don't understand why we.
Now, there's a bunch of people. Now, there's a bunch of people who think that this is a plot because, there's a limit. You can't change the uniform for 5 years when you've done it. And there's
I didn't know this. What do you mean you can't change it?
The NFL has a rule.
If you make a change to the uniform, you now can't change it for 5 years.
You can't touch it for 5 years.
Can you go back to what it used to be?
And you can't. Sure. And technically, the rule is you can't revert directly to the exact uniform that you wore in the past. It has to have a difference of some sort. That's why, like the Commies uniform has slight differences, but you could tell it's the old uniform. It just has a W on the side instead of the old logo. And like the Jets did, like the Jets uniform is not exactly the uniform they wore in the 80s, but it's close enough that it's like it resembles that. So,
all right, you know what, Ray? You're not wrong. Your roast was meh.
Like I said, I can't always breathe fire every week.
Yeah, I think last week was better. But that's fine. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It was fine. It was whatever. AJ from Eastchester emails in, typical for an idiot Cowboys fan to blame the masses with some lame excuse, saying that everybody picks your Cowboys to be the favorites. Well, you don't have to worry about that this year, you idiot. Dumb roast, dumb Cowboys fan.
When do people ever pick the Cowboys to be favorites anymore?
07, they should have won.
That was 20 years ago.
Well, I remember it like it was yesterday. That's one of my favorite all-time games.
So do I.
That Cowboys game.
I feel like that call was a plant. I feel like you did that just to bring up that game.
I promise you I didn't. Oh, with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones handed out championship game tickets.
2 on the stool.
Oh, it's so
2
good.
on each stool.
Oh, it's so good. And then we beat you.
That Hockey League should have got a game ball.
Honestly, stop. You're embarrassing yourself. Patrick Creighton should have gotten a game ball.
Him too.
Tony Romo got the snot beat out of him in that game.
Tony Romo played that game really well.
Oh yeah.
But narratives.
In typical Tony Romo fashion, he couldn't win when he had to.
I mean, he put the ball where he needed to when he had to.
Intercepted by R.W. McCorders. Oh, sorry. All right, let's go to Carl in Springfield. He wants to roast Stump Rothenberg. What do you got, Carl?
Good morning, guys. I feel a lot of pressure. The roast has been a little lackluster today. So
yeah, well, you can blame I think Ray for that.
Well.
Ray kind of slogged it a little bit.
So, not one in particular, but maybe just whoever decided that the 5-packs be counted towards the overall tally of the trivia knowledge, because don't want to take anything away from your trivia knowledge, or the fact that sometimes you get the college right and you don't even know the players. It's impressive, but it's almost like if you counted Steph Curry's free throws towards his field goal percentage. I think the true trivia knowledge is kind of being diminished and inflated by how well you know someone's college.
I
So
don't think so. I
think that they should be separated.
Well, I think RJ is the one that's put this together, and I think and thanks to the call and the roast, Carl, I think part of Stump Rothenberg is the 5-pack at the end, right, RJ?
Well, it is. I'll just use the comparison that he laid out. So what did he say? It'd be like if you used Steph Curry's free throws. You just compared Dave to the greatest shooter ever to walk planet Earth.
Right.
So if you're saying that Dave is that great,
I'm the Steph Curry of trivia. Yes.
However, we want to break down the standings or the record, should I say? I mean, aren't we all agreeing at the same point at the end that Dave is the greatest? So we still will come to the conclusion that Dave's the GOAT.
So you're saying Dave, great shooter, you just don't like the way it's tallied, is what that gentleman
That's
said.
how I gathered.
Yeah. Sean Dugan, can I roast the roast? Nobody is bringing anything on the roast today. It is abysmal. It's got to be better. It has to be better. RJ, you have a good one?
I'll do my best.
Well, is it good?
I think so.
All right, let's go.
I think it's relatable.
All right, RJ, can I ask you a completely legitimate question and get an honest answer from you?
Okay.
I know I won't, though. Do you think Raymond's roast was good?
I think it was solid. It was fine.
Okay.
I think
his intent was good.
Yeah, but that's something he's passionate about.
He's a uniform guy.
Yeah, I think it was solid. I don't think it was bad.
I'm a uniform guy. It hit home. I like what he said.
So
I like the new Seahawks, like the old new Seahawks uniform.
All their
throwbacks,
jerseys,
yeah.
All their jerseys are stupid.
You just don't like the Seahawks.
You know what the worst part of it is? It's not my roast. The worst part of a team you despise winning something is I'm just minding my own business. I walk out of the studio last Friday, and I go to sit at my desk, and there's that big giant TV out there, and there's Masters coverage on ESPN Plus on the ESPN app. Who do I see sit down for like a 3-minute, just 4-minute quick interview with Laura Rutledge?
Sam Darnold.
Mike McDonald.
Oh.
I'm just trying to watch golf, and I got to deal with the Seahawks.
Well, listen, they're the best team in football.
Good for them.
To the victors go the spoils, RJ.
I don't need to watch him at Augusta. It's April. Leave me alone.
I mean, he's
one of the
hot
Augusta
names in the NFL right now.
He's the coolest ever.
Nadal was at Augusta last week. Did you see that?
Yeah,
Did that bother you, RJ?
I didn't see him getting interviewed.
Oh, he got interviewed.
Yeah, he
by
got
Laura
interviewed.
Rutledge.
Oh, well, I didn't see that one. So
yeah, I'll send it to you.
I would have loved to see Nadal. I didn't want to see McDonald. Great coach. Didn't want to see him.
That's your most hated team in the NFL, right?
Yeah. Can't stand him.
So you hate them. They're your arch rivals. You've never seen your team win. You've seen them win 2 times.
Yeah, I mean, I was 4 on my team won, but yes. We're arriving at the same point here.
Right. It's going to have to change. Unfortunately,
RJ,
for you
if it
this
makes
year,
you feel better, I remember when your team won last.
I remember when your team won.
I remember when your team won them all except for the first one.
Actually, in a different era, Dan and Ray, RJ and I would hate each other.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
Early 80s?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
We would have not talked for weeks on end.
The whole 80s. The whole 80s. Into 90.
I mean, Giants and the Niners played in 81 in the playoffs.
84.
They played in 84.
85.
86.
90.
90 had that Monday night game in 90.
Could you imagine? You and I in a parallel universe would have been me. Me and you would have been you and Gunling.
Yes.
The day after you knocked Montana out and ruined his career.
Oh, I would have probably walked up to you and urinated on you that day.
Oh, no.
We beat you 49-3. Jim Burton knocked out Joe Montana. Lawrence Taylor returned the interception for a touchdown. It was just song. People were just dancing and singing at Giant Stadium. You wouldn't have been able to handle that.
There would have been a Gunling incident, yeah.
But I still think 90 was even more of an impressive win.
90 when they were going for the three-peat?
Correct.
Oh, and Eric Howard knocked the football out and Lawrence Taylor got it?
That
Fake
to me
punt
is
with
still
reasons?
the miracle.
Oh.
That play. That fumble and how that whole thing and the fact they recovered it, like that to me is like the like how did that happen? That was divine intervention.
And you know what's funny? We knocked Joe Montana out of that game too.
Not
Did I ever tell you when I interviewed Joe Montana once? I actually asked him which of those 2 hits in the Giant
I'm going
playoff
to
games.
answer. I don't know the answer. I'm going to tell you what I believe. I believe it's the Leonard Marshall hit.
Oh, the Leonard Marshall hit.
That's what he said.
That could change his career.
He fell on top of him.
That was crushing.
You like I wasn't aware enough to know what was happening. I think it was like one, but watching the replay, in real time, like, oh my goodness. I think that's what made like what Fernando Mendoza did on the first play of the college football playoff, the championship game.
That was some hit, huh?
It wasn't like the exact same, but
I think that play actually like seriously injured Montana.
Yes, it did.
He was done as a 49ers.
It changed his career.
That was his last play as a Niner.
Yeah, that launched Steve Young's career.
Yeah, it did.
He spent the next couple of years like trying to come back, and then he was a Chief, and it was a disaster.
Giants didn't even score a touchdown in that game. Yeah. Won the game on all field goals.
Great, awesome.
That might. I mean, listen, I have a lot to choose from. I'm fortunate. That might be my favorite all-time Giants game.
I think I'm gonna now roast the roast because the roast has become Giants nostalgia for Dave. What is happening here?
Well, you know what, Ray? It's better than I don't like the pants this team is wearing.
I didn't say anything about pants.
Shiny.
Didn't say words like that at all.
The pants. They don't match
today's roast.
skirt.
Today's roast is an excuse for Dave's Giants nostalgia.
Well, I'm chipping.
Well, you know what? It's going to come full circle because we're going to kick your ass and your ass this year.
Well, actually.
Alrighty, back to the actual roast.
Yeah, what do you got, RJ?
So, a lot of times when you go to the supermarket now, you want to go to the self-automated checkout, if you're like me. But there are times where that line's actually longer than the real people lines. So I was not at one of the big, gigantic box stores or my local supermarket. Just needed a few things. So that situation played out, and I said, let me just kind of meander over to the 10-item or less line. I literally had a couple of things. So I get in line. I don't really, in that line, take any notice of who's in front of me. I see there's a woman checking out, there's another gentleman in front of me, and then there's me. The woman checking out's almost done. I don't really take notice of the person in front of me who has a cart. It doesn't cross my mind of like, why would you have a cart with 10 items or less? Maybe they just have big items. So it catches the corner of my eye that taking things out of the cart. Still taking things out of the cart. Well, that's a lot of things coming out of the cart. I counted 22 items.
Wow.
It worked for me because I had the over.
22 items.
Wow.
You have the over at self-checkout.
Yes.
So, and this is where maybe it's controversial. I don't necessarily, people are going to, as long as there have been rules, there will be people that go into the gray area or beyond the rules, right? I'm sure he's not the first person at this place to test the boundaries.
That's a lot, though. Now, here's the question, RJ.
I know what you're going to say.
Did you say anything?
I did not. However.
See, you're part of the problem.
No, here's the thing.
Yes, you are.
No.
Absolutely.
This is where it's controversial. It is incumbent upon, I believe, the cashier or manager, someone there, to say, put your garbage back in your cart and go stand in the regular line.
Set them as an example.
No, we're not going to scan one of your items. If you got 11, 12, even 13, 14 items, I could let you slide. You went shopping. You went actually shopping. This isn't a quick thing for you.
So you think they should be admonished, you're just not the person to do it.
Put your crap back in the cart, go stand in the real line. That's what I would have said. I actually said nothing. I have
of course.
But I have no authority.
Because you talk big on the radio, but when it comes down to...
I have no authority.
Yeah, but you could have said, excuse me, madam, you have 22 items. 22. And yet, you had any cojones, you would have taken her items and started flinging them like that manager for the Braves.
We've gotten tiny glimpses today of the Dave that gets people mad at him.
No,
tiny glimpses.
As soon as we start unloading items, if I'm that cashier or that person, and the cashier doesn't even have to do it. You call somebody over. There needs to be someone to rule on the matter. Say, no, I'm sorry, sir.
You know what you should have done?
Not
you should have tapped
acceptable.
your head like ABS. I want to review this.
Nonsense.
Or maybe you should have just said which 10 items are the most important to you, because I'm going to take 12 and put them in a cart and move them to the side.
That would have been the way to go.
Yes.
And it's clear as day. You walk up 10 items or less. It's not one of these things like, oh, maybe he didn't know. He knew.
Of course,
people
he didn't
know
miss it by one or
two.
two.
People know what the lanes are at this point.
And you think maybe, this person, they're in a hurry. They have a life event. Something's going on. Something came up. They got to get out of here, but they need this food. Oh, no.
How busy were the regular lines?
2, 3, 4 people. But this person saw someone checking out, almost done, like, I could just get out of here. And this person was in no hurry when they were leaving, taking their time. Nonsense, all of it.
You know, but you did nothing about it, RJ. You did nothing.
Don't blame me.
You want him to be a self-checkout whistleblower.
I want him to stand up for the little man.
You've got this covered all wrong. You're victim shaming.
No, I think that if you see wrong, you write it, and that would
With
have been,
what authority? On what jurisdiction?
That would have been a heroic moment for you.
No,
And
it wouldn't have
instead, you just said, you know what? I got my roast.
Hey, boy, you better have a good roast.
I can formulate a quasi roast based on what RJ.
Well, we'll get to you, but let's get to Jimmy in Montclair. Jimmy, you're on the morning roast.
Hey, good morning, guys. Love the show. What is it? Death taxes and DiPietro missing on the Friday? That's shocking.
Oh, there you go.
Anyways, hey, so my roast is with FIFA. I've been to the last 2 World Cups, Qatar and Russia. The most expensive ticket I paid for Argentina, Mexico in Qatar was $220. The prices for this year's World Cup are ridiculous. Public transportation has always been free at World Cups, but again, we love capitalism in this country. And it's just a complete joke. They should have never given the World Cup to this country. It's ridiculous.
Well, when they did, remember all the people that were saying it's the greatest thing since sliced bread? Yeah, the people that were saying it was the greatest thing were the people that weren't going to be impacted by this.
Now, Jimmy, I don't. How old are you? Were you of age, like 34. Going to the World Cup in '94?
No, well, I was, I was 2 years old. My parents did take me, but then again, I was 2,
Right.
But I'm 34
because I don't
now,
remember this much outrage over that World Cup.
No, there wasn't. You could drive and park your car to the stadium.
Yeah.
At the Meadowlands.
Thanks for the call, Jimmy. He's right. I saw, there's a game at Giant Stadium. I think I saw like the prices are like $8,000 for tickets.
It's insane. It's insane.
Like a preliminary game.
Get-in price is just, it's through the roof. Just get in.
But I guess there's the demand for it, right?
Yeah, because look, think about this area. You have enough people with means that will be able to afford the tickets. And they have the disposable income to be able to go out there and show whatever they're getting asked to pay.
I could be worth $1 trillion. I would never spend like $16,000 on a like round robin World Cup game.
No, but you would if it was an important Giants playoff game or something like that, or if you wouldn't even know the money was missing.
Super Bowl. But the football gets priced up, but it never gets priced to that extent.
But again, this is the World Cup. It's a global event. World Cup is more popular globally than the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, obviously. How much do you think get in price for the Knicks tomorrow night's going to be insane, though, right?
I was just looking at this yesterday, and we were talking about this. Do you know what you do? And I was saying this on the air. If you're a Knicks fan and you can't get into the Garden, seriously, the games aren't even sold out in Atlanta. You could get into the building on like face value Ticketmaster, $80.
Don't you do that stuff where they like check your zip code to see where you're buying the ticket?
I don't know.
From?
I didn't hear about them doing it this time around, but we found flights that were like $56 down to Atlanta, and it's a little bit more expensive than that to buy a ticket to the game.
Although I will tell you this, I'm looking right now.
Mm-hmm.
You can get decent seats to the game tomorrow. Guess how much they are?
How much?
$327.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, $80 tickets are still available face value, like through Ticketmaster.
But then you have to get to the airport. You have to fly. You have to get a hotel. Like there's a lot of steps to do that. You have to miss
if you
work.
don't mind. The game's scheduled.
If you could get decent seats for $327, there's no way you could match that if you go to Atlanta.
Oh, $327 at the Garden, you're saying?
Yeah.
No, I'd probably just bite the bullet and do it here.
Yeah. Section 222. Ray, that's where you are. You're right there, right?
Well, 223, but yeah. Okay, sure.
Right there in that little area.
Bob, you getting kicked up to the bridge for this one tomorrow?
No. Game 2, though. Well, this is not something we need to discuss.
Oh, people.
But why Game 2?
Because people will be there that are not normally there.
Let's go to Brian at Center Reach. Brian wants to roast parents. Brian, you're on the morning roast.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking the call.
Sure.
I am over the parents' constant defense of their children. back in, at least when I was growing up in the 90s, it was like, I was terrified of my mother hearing anything bad about me from my teacher or my friend's parents or my coach or anything like that. And now it is, teachers are terrified to say anything bad about kids because the parents will come in and rip the teacher apart for, ever thinking that little Johnny could possibly do anything wrong when the kid is a, what hole. It is insane. It's gotten completely out of hand. Parents in youth sports are psychopaths screaming from the sidelines, at umpires and coaches that they don't know what they're doing when, their child does not even deserve to be on the field. It is completely ridiculous, and something needs to be done.
This is a really good roast.
Parents need to be better.
This. If we had to give a gold star to the roast, that would be it. And you listen, you don't have kids, so you may not see it. And RJ, your kids are so little. I bet if Rick were here, he would totally concur. Like, parents are so unrealistic with who their kids are, and that their kids can never ever make any kind of mistake.
It's becoming a problem for a long time now. 100%. I mean, it's no different than, forget about even if, I don't know if he was referring to like sports and, athletics or whatever, but it's no different than even in school. What happens in the classroom with their kids? Right? My kid can't do no wrong. It's somebody else's fault. It's not my kid's fault.
But that's the way parents are now. It didn't used to be like that. Like if a parent would have called if a teacher would have called my parents,
right,
and said Dave did this, they wouldn't be like, no, he didn't. They would go after me.
Because nobody respects authority now. That's the problem.
I think you're right with that. I think you're right.
And you know what else is a power move now too? Apparently, which is a thing I've heard. Like if you and I or anybody, like when we were in school growing up, if we like bombed a test or something, we had to wear it, and we got probably reprimanded at home.
Oh yeah.
Do you believe like nowadays, like parents actually like ask if their kid can retake a test because they had soccer the night before and they couldn't study?
That's a thing?
It's a thing.
You will respect my authority.
All right, I'm going to go. I think this is good. And I think that everyone listening to this will be like, yes, I can't stand when that happens. And RJ, I know you're going to be critical of this, but I think you're going to agree. You paying attention, RJ? You listening?
Oh, yeah.
It's not about the Sabres, is it?
No, I would never. I have nothing to roast with our Sabres, RJ. Nothing at all. So I'm in the car the other day, last Friday, making my way to Collegeville, Pennsylvania. And I'm minding my own business and driving along on a 2-lane road. And I have to hit the brake. Hard. Why is that? You ask. It's a good question. Because people have no idea how to drive their cars when a police officer is present. Have you noticed that every single time, listen, if you're going 80 and you see a cop and you got to get down to 55 or 60, whatever the speed limit is, people, if you see a police car, you're allowed to go the speed limit or even a little bit above it. It doesn't have to be, there's a cop car, and now I have to jam on the brakes and go 35 and a 50.
Yeah. Like I'm in a
it's
funeral
insane, and it happens all the time. People have no understanding. The cop is not going to pull you over when you're going the speed limit. They're not going to pull you over if you're going 5 miles over the speed limit. It's when you're going 80 and a 55, they're going to pull you over. You don't have to go 37 in a 55. It happens all the time. And it happened to me 3 times on my trip last week. And I made notice, and it annoyed me, and I'm bringing it back today. And I know RJ will jump and be like, that's a good roast.
That's an elite roast.
You think so?
That's an elite roast.
I like when he said you made notice of it. Like then you could have like stopped, turned around.
Well, I
went back
almost
to the
hit the car in
cop
front
and
of me.
reported them to the cop.
I almost hit the car in front of me because we were in a 45 and the guy was going. He was going 50, and then he hit the brakes so much that he went down to 33. And I was like, "Why, cop? They didn't want you to go 33. They should arrest you for going too low."
I agree.
Absolutely.
There should be a speed minimum.
So RJ, you want to hate it, but you can't.
No, I can't hate it. Keep the flow of traffic going. Don't be a maniac.
That's right.
All right, that's nice.
All right. Okay. There we go. Now I feel good about myself. Dan, you got one?
I got one real quick. So
All right.
RJ talking about the self-checkout thing. This happens all the time, actually, but he just reminded me of it. There's some stores, one in particular, where they have the self-checkout. Self-checkout, been using it for years. Doesn't matter how many items, boom, keeps the line moving, quick, efficient. Let me do my thing. I'll be on, and you don't have to worry about me at all. Now they're really sticklers to the, I don't know if it's 10 items, 12 items, whatever it is. And there's like some, 19-year-old, student in college and part-time job who's sitting there as the authority, trying to judge you on how many items you have in your carriage as to whether or not you can use it.
Yeah, where is
this?
this? I love this.
Carriage?
Or whatever. The basket, the carriage.
This place has oversight. I love this place.
No, but here's the problem, RJ, and this is where you get screwed. If you exceed whatever the self-checkout limitations are, at least that they put forward, they then direct you to got to go into the normal aisle. Well, the problem with going to the normal checkout aisle is what? They've got one GD cashier working. Out of the 75 aisles that they have, there's only one that's open. So I could have done my thing with my 14 items and been out of the store in 5 minutes. Instead, I have to be number 37 in line because you only have one cashier that's there doing their job.
Yeah, that's not good.
I just won the lottery, by the way.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, okay.
Good for you.
Yep.
What lottery?
The New York State Lottery.
How much you win?
$63.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah.
How much did you spend in tickets?
We have a yearly subscription.
You can do a yearly subscription to the lottery?
Yeah.
Okay, that's troubling.
What are you, 74?
No, I don't know. My wife does it, and then she tells me when we win, and she just
goes
texts
right
me,
back
we won
to the
$63 in the lottery.
This goes right back to the gambling addiction thing.
I have nothing to do with this.
Such an addict to his subscription.
So
you have a yearly
Ray,
subscription
right here,
to the lottery?
A woman that will defend you to the death. You're going to attack my wife?
I'm not attacking your wife.
That's exactly you're attacking.
Is that a gift? Did somebody gift you a yearly subscription?
I think she got me a yearly subscription years ago, and then she just continued to get it.
How much is a yearly subscription?
I have no idea.
How much have you ever
How often
won
do they
from
draw
this?
the lottery? Is it weekly? And how much is a ticket? $2? So
I don't know,
maybe
but what
$110.
how much have you won?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Some would say that you may have a hint of a gambling problem if you saw the Raptors-Nets spread, maybe, no?
No. You guys are really evil.
Well, do you have a problem? Yes or no?
No.
I mean,
I used to gamble too much.
Yeah,
I don't anymore. I haven't anymore in a very long time. Yet these guys won't let it die.
Those dark basements when those like speakeasies or whatever that you.
Well, I
used
had
to
a
frequent.
day at an underground parlor, and
Yeah.
it wasn't great. Yeah. I'm
was
sitting
betting-
here betting big on the
Yahoo
WNBA,
Sports.
and it has all the spreads. The fact that you go there shows that maybe you have the gambling problem.
Hey.
So Ray, you're saying, and nobody likes you more than Sherry. You're saying that Sherry has a problem.
We're here for you.
Did Sherry get this for herself, or did she get it for you?
I think originally she got it for me, and she enjoyed it. She's like, I'm just going to keep getting it every year. I was like, oh, whatever you want. It's fine.
Well, how did you know
you've
won
entrapped her.
$63? Did you check it or were you
She
alerted by
texted
her?
me. I don't know anything about this at all. She texted me and said, guess what? We won $63 in the lottery. I said, great.
You'll spend $63 in gas to go pick up your winnings.
Hey, listen, that's a gas tank right there. You take it.
You don't pick up your winnings. It just gets
it's all-
credited to your. It's all electronic.
Oh, how
man.
about that?
Let's not bury the lead here. A free tank
We
of gas.
got
is
a
a free
break.
tank of
RJ's
gas.
getting upset because now we've gone on too long. So we need to break. And when we return, Dexter Lawrence and the NFL Draft is on the other side. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York.
NBA fans, listen up. You can enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the Play-In tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get in on the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel Play-In Palooza. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. Must be 21 and older and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Limit one entry. Profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prize is issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY at 467369.
All All right, let's see what's happening on the roads today and bring in Debbie Duhane.
Hi, Dave. Hi, Dan. I'm going to roast the person that left a mean note on my car over in Lincoln Park this week. They said I didn't park properly, and they used the F word in the note. How rude. You are roasted. Guys, you're roasted here on the Van Wyck. It's bumper to bumper getting down toward Rockaway Boulevard. It's all due to a disabled truck in the construction zone. We're seeing delays Clearview North at 35th Ave with a collision, and the eastbound BQE at Metropolitan Avenue, a collision. 9 and Garrison closed with a serious crash. Sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline, 877-MAD-HELP, mad.org. I'm Debbie Duhane, 880 ESPN, New York.
There are a lot of reasons why people buy at Ramsey Mazda. It's their selection, it's their customer service, and it's their savings. Release a new 2026 Mazda CX-30 2.5S all-wheel drive for $219 for 36 months. Start shopping now at RamseyMazda.com. Choose wisely. Choose Ramsey Mazda. Call 833-853-2970 for details. VIN TM133469. MSRP $28,065. Zero security deposit. Ends 4/30/26.
Want to earn extra income for your business? Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for ambitious business owners to assist with local deliveries. When you become a partner, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area on a schedule that works for you. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. Plus, Amazon Hub Delivery makes it easy to get started. There's no upfront costs, delivery experience, or long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Hey, New York and New Jersey, Boost Mobile has an unlimited talk, text, and data plan that's only $25 a month forever, meaning you'll only ever pay $25 a month for the rest of your life. Who wouldn't want unlimited wireless when it only costs $25 a month forever? If you don't, you must be one of those people who enjoy overpaying for their phone plan. $25 a month forever is truly as good as it gets, so go online and switch now at boostmobile.com. After 30 gigabytes, customers may experience slower speeds. Customers will pay $25 a month as long as they remain active on the Boost Mobile Unlimited plan.
It feels like everyone's sick right now. You aren't imagining it. Doctors say this is the worst cold and flu season in 25 years, and it's not over. I was just traveling. It was like everyone around me was coughing, sneezing, and sick. I can't afford to get sick, and I doubt you can either. That's why I ordered a medical emergency kit. Having a medical emergency kit is like having urgent care and pharmacy right in your home. It includes essential prescriptions like generic Z-Pak to help you get well faster, plus important antibiotics to treat pneumonia, strep throat, sinus and ear infections, nausea, even UTIs, and many more common and serious illnesses. It's your kit the moment you need it. Just match your symptoms to the right prescription in your guidebook or call their telemedicine doctor standing by. It's genius. Every home needs at least one medical emergency kit. Order yours online in minutes and it's shipped to your door. I can save you $45 when you use my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880. Again, save $45 with my promo code 880 at urgentcarekit.com/880.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. Just like the New Jersey Devils protect their home ice, Viking Pest Control protects your home. And I know because I use Viking at my own place. As the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils, Viking brings 45 years of trusted experience and expert service to keep ants, cockroaches, stinging insects, rodents, and even mosquitoes out of your zone. Their local team builds a personalized game plan that actually works. And when you bundle pest control and mosquito services, you score big savings. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com, protecting your home inside and out.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. Find the Children is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted car. Call 1-800-294-0222. You'll receive the maximum tax deduction and we provide fast, free pickup. Call 1-800-294-0222. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Call 1-800-294-0222. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper, so knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Sherry sent me a text. She said, lottery gift subscription for Ray in the future.
Well,
Absolutely
there you go,
not.
Ray.
What do you mean?
It's your lucky day, Ray.
What do you mean, absolutely not? If it happens, it happens. There's nothing you can do about it.
No, can't do that.
Is that a rejectable gift?
It doesn't sound like it is, apparently.
No, why would you reject a potentially free money?
I don't want you doing that for me. I don't want that.
All right, then you know what, we won't.
Thank you, though.
So no, something's wrong with you. Let's get to the Dexter Lawrence of it all and the NFL draft and everything that's going on right now. I was texting with people last night. This is not solely a money thing. He wants out of here because he's seen his buddies win, and he wants to get out of here, and he wants to win somewhere else. And I guess he doesn't see the Giants on the precipice, which I think is fair, on the precipice of winning in the next couple of years.
Yeah, that seems to be the word on the street, right?
Yeah.
And apparently that's kind of how he was feeling even before this past season got underway. And then I guess what topped it off was Leonard Williams winning a Super Bowl. So what is that, the second straight season of former, close friend of his on the team wins a Super Bowl?
Right. Saquon won it, and Leonard Williams won it, but I just wonder, like Myles Garrett refused to stay in Cleveland, and there was no chance, and it was until they paid him, and then all of a sudden it's exactly where he's always wanted to be.
Well, money makes the world go round, right? So I wonder if you're Dexter Lawrence, maybe he's thinking, well, if I get traded, that'd be great, but, if I'm still here, I'll suck it up. But maybe I'll ask for more money. And if they come to some sort of an agreement to where, all right, we're not going to trade you, but we'll throw a couple more dollars your way, he still wins in that regard because who doesn't want more money?
Right, but if he truly doesn't, I would almost respect it if the Giants said, we'll make you the highest, not that I want this to happen, but I'd almost respect it from the Leonard Williams camp and Dexter Lawrence camp and Dexter Lawrence if the Giants said, you know what, we will make you the highest paid defensive tackle in the NFL, and he said, no, I don't want to be here. I want to be dealt. I just wonder how much goes away if and it sounds like they're not going to meet his demands if the Giants were to meet his demands and pay him.
Well, first of all, the Giants hold all the cards here. All
the cards.
He's under contract for 2 more years. He wants to sit out. He's costing himself more money, right? He's already cost himself a workout bonus by not showing up to the start of the offseason program. So that's number one. Number two, he didn't have a very good year last year.
No, he's
not getting any younger. And let's face it, to ask for more money again, the Giants have every right to draw a line in the sand and be like, no, we're not going to do that.
Sure, they can, but I guess his point was I wanted more money 2 years ago when I came off a great season, and you told me let's revisit it after next season, and now I had a bad year, and now you're not going to revisit it. How is that fair to me?
Well, they threw in some incentive stuff after that year. And so he made up a couple of bucks. It wasn't a complete redo, but he still got some more money. But, realistically, if you're the Giants, you think about the haul that Darren Muji got for Quinnen Williams from the Cowboys. Giants going to be able to get a 1 and a 2 for Dexter Lawrence right now?
Well, Rick and I got into an argument about this the other day. I think they probably could. Because let me ask you this. Do you believe Dexter Lawrence ever gets back to his former form?
I don't know about consistently. He's almost 30 years old.
No, he's not even 29 yet.
Well, isn't that almost 30?
He's 28 years old.
He's going to be 29 when the season starts.
Okay, but almost. Would you not say he's got? Would you not say he's got it if he rebounds 4 good years left? No.
That's really selling it high.
How old is Quinnen Williams?
They both came in at the same year.
Okay, so then I don't understand.
But my point is this. All right. I don't know if they're getting that haul. Remember, think about who the Jets fleeced.
Then it's DOA. Then I'm not trading him.
Well, then they don't have to. They
won't. They'll make him decide what it is he wants to do. The thing that bothers me, I don't have a problem taking a hardline stance or anything like that. The thing that bothers me is if you're John Harbaugh, you want this to be your entree into being the Giants head coach?
But the other factor that goes into the whole trade discussions, too, for whatever team that's going to possibly engage the Giants, remember this. You're not just giving up draft choices to bring in Dexter Lawrence. He's not going to agree to any sort of trade unless you also rework the contract. So it's like you got to give up draft choices and you got to give him a raise, too, which complicates things.
Of course it does. But when he's right, he's as good as there is in the NFL. And that's what teams are banking on. The last year he was injured. and non-motivated and didn't really want to go out there and play and wasn't feeling great. And you got a very he was not good. As bad as he was, Dan, he's still double-teamed more than any player in the NFL.
But he's not Chris Jones, and he wants to get paid like Chris Jones.
He wasn't Chris Jones. I think he's been Chris Jones.
Well, here's the problem, though. The old saying in sports, when you got to make tough decisions.
What have you done for me lately?
No, we've lost with you.
Yep.
We can lose without you.
Right.
Right?
They can.
I mean, they haven't won squat. And the Giants, the Giants' run defense, for example, not like it was any good even when Dexter Lawrence was playing at a high level.
It was the worst in the history of football last year.
Well, even before that, run defense has been something that's been lacking for them for the last several years.
Yeah, but then
Dexter
you get the guys
Lawrence.
on this show, they're like, a lot of the runs were to the outside and they didn't attack Dexter Lawrence. Well, whatever.
Stop.
I mean, Dexter Lawrence is part of the run defense.
Right.
I don't know how to feel here. I'm very torn. I think I'd like to keep him. I don't want to move on from him. But if I could bring in, Calais Campbell, DJ Reader, like somebody that can plug up the middle and get a
Calais
1 and a 2.
Campbell's like 78 years old.
So what? He still stops the run. So I don't care how old he is. For 1 year, I think he's capable.
Here's the problem, though. Here's the problem. It's an odd set of circumstances with timing. Number one, the draft is in 6 days.
Right.
Number two, it's not the draft to be able to find an impact interior defensive lineman that's going to immediately replace Dexter Lawrence. It's not a strength.
Field Yates was on with the guys the other day, Bart and Carlin, and I think he said there's 3 guys, and one of them, Carlin would know better because he's calling the draft, one of them has like injury issues.
Caleb Banks from Florida, who played with a broken foot, and he only played 2 games.
Now, he's supposed to be terrific, but I guess he's always hurt. And then you have
But a
Peter
lot of these
Woods,
guys,
right?
and even a guy like Caden McDonald from Ohio State, who's like a big, eat up 2 blockers, nose tackle, stop the run. That's a guy like early on in this draft process. He was a guy that maybe would have fell, let's say, middle of the first round. But now even he's kind of pushed more towards end of first round, early second. It's just not that type of a draft.
All right, so let's open it up to you guys. 800-919-3776 with your draft questions, and specifically Dexter Lawrence. I mean, are you? I don't know what the right thing is. I honestly don't, because if you move on from him, he's a huge piece. But if you get a first and a second, I mean, how can you kind of say no? So I don't know. What would you like to see the Giants do with Dexter Lawrence? 800-919-3776. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
Hi, this is Chevy, managing partner at Precision Solar. If you're looking at solar in New York, New Jersey, or Connecticut, here's what actually matters. Real numbers, honest answers, and a team that handles everything. We manage the entire process from start to finish. Designs, approvals, installation, and even a brand new roof if you need one. We don't sell you more than your home actually needs. Just smart systems designed for long-term savings and predictable energy costs. Visit PrecisionSolar.com to schedule your free home assessment. Precision Solar, built to perform for decades.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Long Island is more exciting than ever at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel. This month, we're cracking open spring with our $55,000 Explosion drawing. Earn entries all month long, then be here Thursday, April 30th from 4 to 6 p.m. when 2 winners will be drawn every hour to win cash prizes ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. At 7 p.m., 1 winner will be drawn to hatch the grand prize of $20,000 at Jake's 58 Casino Hotel.
If gambling is a problem for you or someone you care about, please call the 24-hour toll-free helpline at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
More people trust their hearts to New York Presbyterian than any other hospital in New York. It's because New York Presbyterian has the most experienced cardiovascular doctors, treating a full range of heart conditions, from heart failure to valve repair, with the most advanced treatments. Find a doctor at nyp.org/heart. New York Presbyterian. New York Presbyterian Hospital, based on U.S. News & World Report 2025 to 2026 cardiology, heart, and vascular surgery rankings.
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 888-4-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Now through April 23rd, get to Floor & Decor's flagship store in Brooklyn at 850 3rd Avenue. Enter the Design Your Day with K sweepstakes presented by Floor & Decor. Discover unmatched selection, unbelievable prices, plus standout looks in tile, wood, stone, and more. Explore fresh ideas, find your inspiration, and see real people, real projects. The Design Your Day with K sweepstakes, only at Floor & Decor in Brooklyn. Now through April 23rd. Visit ESPNNewYork.com for full details and rules.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. I'm getting hoarse. You think I'm catching your illness from a couple weeks ago?
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Yeah, because we had our tongue down each other's throats.
Well, I don't think I have to make out with you to get ill from what you had.
Well, let's see. I don't think we've seen each other in the flesh since I've been sick. So yeah, I'm sure you got it from me, 100%.
No, I didn't need you to make fun of me.
Well, I don't think you sound hoarse at all.
Well, I'm having a little tickle.
Well, that's not hoarse. That's a tickle.
Well, but I'm clearing my throat because of the hoarseness.
Did you feel that way at all yesterday?
Actually. Are you a guy that gets allergies?
Yes.
Oh, they're the worst, man.
Well, what do you expect? I mean, we go from 70 to 80 to 90 to now Monday it's going to be 48 or something like that. It's insane.
Yeah, this weekend's supposed to be nice, though.
But a gradual drop in the temperature.
Yes. But by Monday, as it should, by Monday, a high of 54. And rain.
Of course.
And yeah. And then Tuesday, yeah, it's unbelievable. All right. Well, anyway, Dexter Lawrence, what do we do? 800-919-3776. You don't think the Giants will get a 1 and a 2, or you think they could?
I don't think they will, no.
All right.
Because like I said, because you have to then factor in the contract.
If you were Joe Shane, and really more John Harbaugh, because I think he's the one making the calls. If you were John Harbaugh and you could get, I'd have to look at who has every pick, but let's just for argument's sake say the 27th pick in this draft, would you do it?
As the only draft thing I'm getting, just one pick?
You're getting 27 and a third-round pick next year.
Give me 27 and a 2 next year, and we got a deal.
Ruby, you just said you're not going to get a 1 and a 2.
But you're asking me, would I take a 1 and a 3? I said, no, give me...
Okay,
remember,
so you would not make the trade unless you could get a 1 and a 2.
Because remember, next year, it's a lot deeper of a draft. You could get a second-round pick next year is going to be equivalent to a first-round pick this year.
Okay, how about this? You have a team that offers you their first-round pick next year.
Give me the team.
The Chiefs.
That'll probably be a bottom third pick, probably, because I think they'll bounce back. That's all I'm getting, one pick?
Yeah, but you're getting next year's one, which is a more valuable one, right?
But it's probably going to be like in the 20s.
Okay.
I need a second pick. You got to give me a second.
So they're giving you a one. They're going to give you a 3 this year and next year's 1.
Done.
Houston. This year's 1.
Where's Houston picking?
28.
I need another pick. You got to give me something next year.
So you, under no circumstance, would you do this trade?
No, like
unless you got 2 1s. I mean,
no, because
two picks in return.
No, because late first round in this year's draft is no different than even like a 2 or a 3, because there's a steep drop off in the talent in this draft.
All right, Houston's one next year. That's it.
No, I need 2 picks.
So under no circumstance would you do it unless you get.
You got to
2
give me
picks.
something this year and something next year.
Okay.
Wouldn't you?
I want 2 picks. Yes.
Yeah, you have to.
And remember, I just want to make it a little more tantalizing for you. How about?
But I think. But I think from the Giants.
How about Carolina's one next year?
And what am I getting this year?
Nothing.
No.
But Carolina
like
is the potential of a top 15 pick.
But I need 2 picks because
right.
I can't go empty-handed this year because of the sensitive nature of the timing. The draft is in 6 days. I'm now giving away a guy who at one point in time is considered the best player on my defense, and how am I going to fill that hole when I have mini camp in a month and a half?
Yeah. It's
and free agency is gone already. So what am I doing?
Let's go to Gil in Jersey. People want to get involved. Gil, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Yeah, good morning. How you doing? This is my take on it. I'm a Giant fan for many years. Talk to the guy. The Giants hold all the cards. Say, listen, in good faith, why don't you come in to camp? After 3 or 4 weeks in the season, we see how you're doing.
Yeah,
you're really
but I don't think you can play that good faith game anymore, Gil. It sounds like they did it last year and said the plan is to pay you, and now they're not paying him.
But you know what?
Yeah, but I mean, they still have 2 years, so they could do what they. I mean, they're the ones that hold the cards.
They do. Gil, you're right. The Giants hold all the cards here. That's correct.
But if they tell him in good faith, listen, you want to be a Giant.
He doesn't want to be a Giant, Gil.
But he doesn't want it. You're saying he doesn't want to be a Giant.
He doesn't.
Okay. Well, I mean, if he did, that would be a good option for him.
But
to
he
say,
doesn't.
Yeah, let me go
Gil, he
in
doesn't. He
and
sees
show them
his
how I can
buddies.
play.
He sees Saquon and Xavier McKinney and Leonard Williams and all these guys doing good things on other teams, and he doesn't want to be a Giant anymore.
The unfortunate part about this whole thing is that too bad John Harbaugh didn't get here, let's say, last year, or even like that they couldn't make this thing work because this guy coming in, he's going to implement a culture here, and you think that Lawrence would then fall in line to that and really believe in the program.
Be perfect for this. Absolutely perfect.
But his mind is made up, apparently.
Like he hates Joe Shane. Because you can't hate Harbaugh yet.
No, you can't. And then it also, but I mean, I know that John Harbaugh is not going to be able to say this to him, but like, let's say that's the case. Wouldn't it be funny if he had a conversation with Dexter Lawrence? Like, hey, look, Joe Shane's not going to be here much longer. Like, don't worry about him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the guy you got to deal with.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. May 1. Is Joe Shane still employed by the Giants?
Oh, I see what you did there. Yes. He'll get a year. He'll get this.
You think he'll get the season?
Yes.
All right. Let's take a break. Come back. More calls on this. The Yankees that are not playing good baseball. The Mets are playing worse baseball. And the Knicks. It's a busy Friday, 9 o'clock hour. DNR with you right here on ESPN New York.
D'Agostino, Law Bite Back. This is John D'Agostino from D'Agostino & Associates. Did you know Social Security takes money out of every paycheck you earn? Paycheck after paycheck. And you're not supposed to touch that money until you're 67? What if you can't work? What if you need that money now? The system is challenging and most people get denied. That's a fact. D'Agostino & Associates has the experience to win, and we win a lot. If you filed for Social Security disability benefits and were denied, let us appeal. Call us first at 1-800-BITE-BACK. Bite back means fight back. 1-800-248-3222. We'll fight to get you paid. D'Agostino & Associates has offices throughout New York and New Jersey and handles Social Security disability claims and appeals. Remember, if you've been denied, call us first. 1-800-BITE-BACK. That's 1-800-248-3222. D'Agostino & Associates. We win a lot.
Gold and silver prices are soaring and near all-time highs. If you want to get cash in your hands for your old jewelry, now is the time. Get the most competitive prices at the Estates Roadshow. Old rings, chains, and even broken jewelry. Don't wait. Cash in while gold and silver are hot. 4 locations this week: Paramus, Staten Island, Old Bridge, and Toms River. Bring your gold, silver, coins, diamonds, and watches. Even broken pieces, and get cash on the spot. There's never been a better time to sell. No appointments, no fees, no pressure. Just friendly, professional buyers with over 35 years in the business. Go to the Estates Roadshow Roadshow, Monday through Friday in Paramus at the Courtyard by Marriott, Staten Island at the Hilton Garden Inn, and Friday through Tuesday in Old Bridge at TMT Cash for Gold. The bright yellow building on Route 9 South in Toms River, corner of Route 37 and Hooper Avenue. For more info, follow Estates Roadshow on Facebook or go to tmtcashforgold.com.
NBA fans, listen up. You can enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the Play-In tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get in on the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. 21 plus and physically present in New York. No purchase necessary. Opt-in required. Limit one entry. Profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prizes issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expires 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's Rich Eisen for Pella Windows and Doors. Sometimes teams take a timeout to regroup and call the right play. When it comes to your home, Pella Windows and Doors always has the winning game plan. They do it every day, and that's why your neighbors trust them. Visit Pella.com/Eisen today. Right now, Pella Windows and Doors of New Jersey is offering up to 25% off windows and doors and 0% financing for 24 months. Some restrictions may apply. See store for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
DiPietro and Rothenberg's NFL Draft Couchcast, April 23rd, exclusively on the ESPN New York YouTube channel, WHSQ and WCBS-FM HD2, New York. This is DiPietro and Rothenberg.
What are you expecting to see from the Knicks in this series?
They're the better team. They should win the series. Simple as that. Better than 50-50 chance it's a 5-game series.
Everybody in that locker room has a competitive spirit that I like and that I can say is unmatched.
I think that the Knicks are the team that the Celtics have to contend with most seriously.
We're competing not just for 53 wins. We're competing to win it.
This is DiPietro and Rothenberg on ESPN New York and streaming live on YouTube.
And we will get to the Knicks in a couple of minutes because it all starts tomorrow. 5 o'clock pre, and that'll be on 10:50 a.m. And then right when the Mets are done, probably losing to the Cubs, we'll join the Knicks in progress here on 880 ESPN New York. Why do you laugh?
No, you're not optimistic, are you?
Well, how could you be?
Because you can't be. That's why.
I mean, they're an absolute disaster right now.
Well, wait a second. I got to check the pitching matchup. It's Senga today.
Yeah.
And then it's Peralta tomorrow against Javier Assad. And then, Peralta against Tyone, and then Peterson against Assad.
All right, so what are you looking for?
You pray that you win 1 out of 3. You seriously, right now you just hope you don't get swept.
This is no way to live.
No, but that's how we're living right now.
This is no way to. Well, how is this
we're living right now?
Do anything if you're praying to win 1 out of 3 against a mediocre Cubs team?
It's almost like you got to circle the calendar and look forward to Tuesday when Nolan McLean pitches against the Twins.
All I'm saying is that whatever happens this weekend, they need to go 7-2 in that 9-game stretch at home.
You just got to start showing you that they know what it's like. Show me that you've played baseball before.
I don't want to talk about the Mets. I wasn't intending to talk about the Mets. You're bringing me down a road that's I don't want to do it. I want to talk draft. I want to talk Dexter Lawrence, and I wanted to get into the Knicks. Can we do that?
Yes.
Without you being so Mets-centric and negative, which is not something I wanted to do. Now,
well, no, because you mentioned it. That's why.
Well, I was just making mention of when the Mets lose tomorrow, we'll join in progress right here on 880 ESPN New York.
He said when they lose tomorrow.
How can you argue that? They're terrible.
You can't. If I was you and I was a betting man, I would probably bet the house that it's not going to be a good weekend in Chicago.
Great. All right, let's close it with this. Did the Mets win at least one game this weekend?
You know what? I am a huge proponent of that squirrel who may have a hard time seeing. He might be legally blind, but damn it, he's going to find an acorn, and that's going to be the one win this weekend.
Which game do they win?
Tomorrow. There's no shot they win today with Senga, unless it's like a 12-11 game or something like that.
Who do we're 6 days out. Who do you think the Jets take? And you are a Jet guy. You're a Jets insider. You work with the Jets. Who do you think they're going to take it to?
Arvell Reese.
You feel confident with that?
55-45, I think.
So you don't feel overly confident with that.
Well, no, I like about a month or so ago, I was probably at 75-25. Now it's probably 55-45.
But do you read into not having Bailey in for a 30 visit as anything?
No, and I'm glad you brought that up because I think that, I wouldn't go crazy like people like, oh, they canceled the visit. That means that they're not taking him because why wouldn't you want to visit with him? They've visited with this guy already. They've met with him many times. They know everything there is to know about him. What people need to know about these visits, you only get 30, okay? You use the visits to get as much information as you can about guys that you maybe don't know a lot about. The player, like people in the scouting community will tell you, the players that go on an inordinate amount of visits are the players that have the most question marks attached to them. That's why these teams want to meet them, because they want to say, hey, like, so what are you really about? What about this? What about that?
But if you're investing, and listen, I understand that you get this the way this whole thing works. If you're investing a lot, a second overall pick in a draft is immense.
Right.
Wouldn't you just want to have another visit with that guy?
No, they know they already have done their homework.
They don't need to add any more information. There's nothing that could happen in that visit would sway them one way or the other.
They met with him at the Combine. I think they met with him at the Pro Day at Texas Tech. They've already done all the homework you could. Remember, like Fernando Mendoza, we know he's been going one since, January? So the Jets basically have been on the clock since then, and they know it's going to be probably one of two guys. They've done all the homework you could possibly do.
Do you think the Jets right now know who they're going to take?
Yes, I do.
You think unequivocally they know who they're going to take?
Yes. 6 days in, I would think so, absolutely.
Because really, they have the number one pick in the draft.
That's basically what I just said, yeah.
Because you know exactly who's going one. Anybody else is available, who is it you're going to go with?
Drafts. I mean, the draft starts at 2. Let's face it, right?
The draft starts at 2. Right. Yep. Right. It starts at 2. And then Arizona. Listen, after 2, we don't know what's going to happen.
And that's when it's going to get fun.
Because you know the Jets are going to take one of two guys. Arizona could go anywhere.
Right.
I've seen Love mock to them. I've seen Mauanoan mock to them. I've seen, you name it. You've seen the guy the Jets don't get, right? Reese or Bailey mock to them.
Back to Bailey for a second, too. The other thing about it in terms of like the homework and knowing and information on the player. Remember about David Bailey. Before he went to Texas Tech this past year, he was at Stanford prior to that.
And Mel tells us all the time he was not very good at Stanford.
But who has ties to Stanford? Frank Reich.
Oh.
Right? So they've already tapped into all those channels about getting everything they need to know about the player. And like I said, canceling a visit means absolutely nothing as to what their plans are or aren't about the second pick.
And 16, it sounds like Simpson is not going to wind up on the Jets.
Not at 16, I don't think. No, I think the best case,
and I don't think he'll be there at 33. Do you think if he's there at 33 that the Jets would snap him up, or you think they're just not going to take one of the bigger quarterbacks in this year's draft?
If he's still there at 33, I'll tell you this: the show next Friday morning is going to be very entertaining,
right?
Because think about it. Some people are going to feel strongly yes. Some people are going to feel strong. Well, let's face it. If you are the Jets and he's on the board at 33, think about the phone calls that Darren Muji is going to be getting from Thursday night all throughout the day Friday for some team to swoop up and take him. Like they could get a premium pick for next year again.
Absolutely.
You know, so if they're not married to the quarterback, and I guess, and look, I think it's hypothetical because I don't think he's going to be there at 33.
I agree.
Somebody will get him in the
totally
first
agree
round.
with you. But you're right. How entertaining and how much fodder would there be for next Friday's show if he was still there and we start the second round next Friday evening?
Whenever you're 33rd, like with the first pick of the second round, and you have the prospect of a quarterback that's still on the board, like that is you hit the lottery as a team. You've hit the lottery. Because even if you don't like him, you're going to get something for him to move back a couple of spots.
Totally. I don't think the Jets are going to take. Listen, they might take Drew Aller, they might take Carson Beck. I don't think the Jets are going to take their future quarterback in this year's draft.
No, I don't think so, because I don't think it was BS what Aaron Glenn was saying a couple of weeks ago at the owners' meetings. Like, they really, really think that they're in good hands for this year, maybe even going into next season, having Geno Smith.
What would scare me, it doesn't scare me because I'm a Giants fan, not a Jets fan. What would scare me to death is that I draft really well, right? I draft well, and all these guys are producing, and Geno's good, and I win 7 games. And now I can't get that quarterback next year.
Why?
In the draft.
You got 3 first-round picks.
I don't care.
Your Colts.
I can't get Arch Manning.
Dave, the Colts pick is going to be a top 10 pick next year.
No, I don't know that that's true.
Colts pick's going to be a top 10
even
pick.
if you have 9, 11, and 16, if there's a team picking 1, 2, 3, and those quarterbacks are clearly going to be top of the draft, you're not going to get those guys.
But what if they need What if they don't need quarterbacks?
Well, that's different,
right?
But what happens if Miami picks 1, or Arizona picks 1, or one of these, or Cleveland picks 1? One of these teams that doesn't have a quarterback. That's it. Now you can't get them.
It could happen, but again, remember, if it's sometimes in these drafts where you have multiple quarterbacks taken, like sometimes the first or second guy off the board isn't necessarily the best quarterback. Like what happened in 2018, right? Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Where'd he go? 7, Josh Allen?
7 or 8, something like that.
Oh God, can you believe
that?
But
he was what, the third quarterback, right? Third.
He's so good too.
Yeah. Not
have
bad.
Have you heard the rumbling? I think the other Josh Allen also went 7th. Have you heard the rumblings, by the way, out of Baltimore? And I think Mel said this the other day, that if they don't go on a massive run and Lamar doesn't have a huge season, definitively they will take a quarterback in next year's draft. Like first round, early on quarterback in next year's draft.
Did they give him the contract extension?
No. Mm-mm.
Still?
I mean, they gave him one a couple of years ago. They haven't given one now.
So what does he still have left on his deal? How many more
I'd
years?
have to look it up.
I don't know. I mean, well, think about it. You got a brand new head coach. So that's also a question mark. Like, nobody knows how good they're going to, like, Jesse Minter is going to be as a head coach, right? What is the offense going to look like? Remember, the offensive coordinator is gone as well.
He's in year 4 of a 5-year deal.
There you go. And he's a little mercurial in the sense that he doesn't have an agent. Doesn't his like mother handle like a lot of his like stuff? Right, you've heard all those type of whispers, and maybe who knows if they have a disappointing season this year, maybe they do decide to go in a different direction. Who knows?
It wasn't like they could possibly. It was Mel. We have the audio of Mel and someone else. I forget who it was. Someone else, like big time draft prognosticator, said the same thing. Here's Mel saying that about the Ravens and Lamar.
If this season doesn't unfold and doesn't work out to the way they hoped, which is playoff Super Bowl, and Lamar doesn't get to the playoffs and play well, which he hasn't in his career in the playoffs, hasn't gone his way, then I think they're going to start looking, and next year's the year. That's what he needs to do. He needs to be good in the playoffs and get this team to a Super Bowl and have the kind of year we expect Lamar to have. I'm not saying Lamar can't. Lamar needs to. If he doesn't, and there's an injury or he doesn't get it done, then they're drafting a quarterback in the first round in 2027. Mark it down, put it in pen.
I mean,
possibly.
That's not like they could. It's like if and that AFC is a gauntlet, man.
Well, but here's the other part about this too is like this is uncharted territory for the Baltimore Ravens because Harbaugh's been there 20 years.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So like we don't know this version of the Ravens. We don't like they might go south. We don't know.
You're 100%. Let's get to the calls and then we'll get to the Knicks. Luke. This is not any ordinary Luke, by the way. You know the Tricon reads we do?
Yeah.
This is Luke from Tricon. Good morning, Luke. How are you?
What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man? How are you?
Perfect read today, Dave. Perfect.
I do it out of love, and I do it for you, Luke. That's why I do it.
I know. I feel the love. I had a call, man. I just I can't believe I'm saying this after with Dex, but we got to move this guy. I mean, I don't think you can come in to a new regime, 65 or sooner, and have somebody that's just so not bought in. If we can get a first and even a third, I think you got to make that trade.
So you get the 28th pick of this year's draft and a 3 in next year's draft, and that's it? You're done with them?
I think 3 this year's draft. If I can load up this year, next year I would push for the 2. If they're kicking me out a year, I would try to get in the second round.
I'd want the higher pick next year too.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, in the trade last year for Parsons, they got the picks. Obviously, Parsons is more desirable as a pass rusher, but they also got back a pretty good player. If one of these teams wants to just upgrade their D-line and they're willing to kick back a real proven veteran, that would be worth it too. Maybe you take a veteran guy back, a run stopper to help our historically bad run defense. You add a pick to it. Maybe that's something they look at.
Well, I think you explore all the options right now because you control the narrative. And thanks, Luke. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend, my friend.
Later, man.
All right. I think you explore all your options. I think you'd be stupid not to.
Of course. But again, I also don't think you should be a slave to the draft. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we got to unload him because we got to find a replace. You're not going to find a replace. You're not finding the next Dexter Lawrence in this draft.
No. Here's the thing. Forget about a Dexter Lawrence in this draft. Good Dexter Lawrence is a unicorn. You don't replicate that.
And it's funny, Dexter Lawrence wasn't even like the first defensive tackle off the board in that draft.
What did he go, like 18?
In the teens, right? Quentin Williams 17, was. He was
18?
Third.
So it'll be very interesting to see what the Giants do, but the Giants hold all the power in this
1,000%.
Lack thereof.
Yeah, you don't just give them away. And look, they're smart enough. That's not going to happen.
John Harbaugh's smart, and Joe Shane is not an idiot. They're not just going to give them away.
But you know what's funny about it? So you still hear the Kayvon rumors. They haven't gone anywhere.
No,
supposedly he could be on the move. So how many guys are we trading off this defense?
I mean, those two,
right?
Potentially.
But does that make you better necessarily?
It would almost, unless you wind up being really good this year, and Kayvon plays really well. Why would you not trade Kayvon? I'm not saying give him away. I want to get fair value for him, but I mean, why would I keep him here? I'm not going to re-sign him.
Right.
So unless he's going to play really well, that it's going to help me win quite a few games this season, even if it's not now that you trade him, before the trade deadline, you'd have to imagine you're going to trade him, no?
I just don't think they want to give him away for pennies on the dollar.
And I agree with that. I don't think you want to give anybody away for pennies on the dollar.
By the way, right now, all things being equal, what do you want at 5?
Sonny Styles.
Okay.
Styles, I'll give you my 3. Mm-hmm. Styles would be 1. Downs would be 2, and Love would be 3.
So you're all in on the defense.
The defense stinks.
Yeah. No, I think, and I agree with you as well. And I almost think that Styles and Downs are interchangeable. They're like 1 and 1A.
I'd be totally fine with either. Now, in a perfect world, I'd wind up moving down to 8 or 9 and landing one of those guys and getting some more. But if I took either of those guys at 5, I'd come away perfectly happy with the first round.
The reason why, and again, I don't know anything. I'm just taking a guess. The reason why they might be trending more Downs is because, they just brought in Tremaine Edmonds. You know what I'm saying? He's still.
What's the shelf life of Tremaine Edmonds?
I think you get a couple of years of good football. Because remember, you just cut Bobby Okereke, and Harbaugh brought in Tremaine Edmonds. And I understand Sonny Styles would be here a lot longer. I get it, but your secondary stinks. It hasn't been good for years.
The linebackers are not good. The defensive line.
Tremaine Edmonds is a good player.
Who?
Tremaine Edmonds is a good player.
He's a good player. But your corners are not good. I mean, Paulson Adebo and Greg Newsome, you wouldn't write home about those guys. I mean,
no.
We know what's his face is. Banks is a disaster.
Yeah, your secondary needs a lot of work. And look, we know, and that's the thing with these with Harbaugh. When you think back to his years with the Ravens, Kyle Hamilton, obviously a safety, a chess piece. You can move them all over the place.
Yep.
Before that, even remember when Eric Weddle came over to the Ravens, after his years with the Chargers.
Yeah, of course.
Like, he had a couple of, like, Pro Bowl years with the Ravens. Like, he was still, like, almost that sage veteran quarterback of the defense, even in the secondary. So Harbaugh values a safety that could be that type of an impactful player, and that's why, again, I keep getting this feeling that it might be Caleb
You might
Downs.
be right. And the only negative, which is amazing and a testament to how good he is, that I've heard about Caleb Downs is you just don't really want to take a safety that high. Not that he's not great. Like, he's well prepared. I heard somebody talking this week said he never misses a tackle.
Right.
So it's not even a knock on him. Like, he doesn't do this well. The only negative I've heard is you don't want to take a safety at 5.
Well, let me ask you a question. The last and okay, if people are so caught up on that, and that's forced them to maybe not take safeties that high because it's not a glamorous. I mean, Jamal Adams went in the top 10, right? I mean, he had a lot of other stuff going on, but I mean, at times he was an impactful player. 6, yeah. Eric Berry went in the top 10. He was a good player.
That was not a good one, though.
Eric Berry was a good player. Unfortunately, he got sick. Remember, he had like leukemia or something with the Chiefs. But he was a Pro Bowl, like all-pro player before he got sick. But he was a good player. You don't remember Eric Berry?
At
Tennessee?
All upset if the Giants took Caleb Downs 5.
Yeah.
Not even a little
Eric Berry was a stud.
I wouldn't even be a little bit upset.
Caleb Downs, I haven't looked at these people's lists anytime soon, but like once upon a time, all these so-called draft experts, when they make their big board, no mock, just like big board, some people had Caleb Downs as the best player in this draft.
He's up on every board, just as far as like the best players in this draft. Absolutely. Let's go to Kyle in Albany, and then we'll get to RJ with the stuff that you missed. Kyle, good morning. You're on ESPN New York.
Good morning, guys. It's definitely a shame Harbaugh has to deal with something like this early in the tenure.
I will tell you this, though.
Shame
if
for
anyone has to deal, like, Harbaugh's dealt with everything. I'm sure he's not
He's getting paid
$15
million a year. This is like a cloudy day.
Yeah, this is not going to phase him. This is not, I'm sure a new coach, this would, like, a rookie coach, maybe a problem. This is not going to phase him.
I think it's just going to set a bad precedent either way. You play bad, you're coming off a bad year, you can still get more money. I mean, Brian Burns should go right into the Shane Harbaugh office and ask for more money immediately if that gets extension. Or you're going to trade, on paper, a good player who's coming off injury for less than an ideal return because
you don't know that.
Try and get.
But you don't know, and thanks to the call, Kyle, you don't know it's going to be less than an ideal return. And I don't think the Giants would take, like we've said, the phrase pennies on the dollar for Dexter Lawrence. I don't think they would do that. You do? There's no way they would. They're not a stupid organization. They're not going to take less than market value for him.
No, absolutely not. Of course not. But again, like, if Dexter Lawrence, look, as I said, he'll be 29 years old in November. Maybe he looks at his football mortality and says, I want to win.
Okay.
And I've been told that I need to believe in this, believe in that. I've been hearing this stuff for the last 6-7 years, and I know that John Harbaugh might be different because he's got a Super Bowl ring and all this other stuff. But it's like I've already bought in enough. I want to go. I need a fresh start,
okay.
And he's entitled to
that. If that team really wants you, then you'll give me a 1 this year and a 2 next year, and then
do it.
Then we'll talk. But if I'm the Giants, I'm not entertaining anything without a 1 and a 2. And we can debate what year what's going to happen, but I'm getting a 1 and a 2. RJ?
Hi.
RJ!
Couple things.
Yeah.
So we had the CMT 2 weeks ago. You remember one of the options was just to let it simmer? Seems like that's where you are now with Dexter Lawrence.
Well, I mean, now it's going to – I have the control. The Giants have all the control here. So I'm going to do what's best for the organization.
I'm with you. I just remember you saying, like, you trashed that option. So, now, new information has become available. But you would change your answer now. Just do nothing.
I would consider trading him if I get the right pieces in return, yes.
There's some guys, though, like,
he doesn't want to be here.
They have it in the, like, I'll give you an example. Like, AVT with the Jets. Same type of deal. Yeah. He signed with the Patriots because, you know what, there was so much kind of negative juju. I mean, he had how many season-ending injuries, and it just he needed a fresh start. But he was a free agent. My point is, though, like he just wanted a fresh start, just like Dexter Lawrence wants a fresh start.
But he's under contract, so it's a little different. RJ, you said a couple things. What were the other things?
Oh, the second thing. You remember the safety that Dan mentioned? Talking about
Eric Berry?
No, before that one. Different Eric.
Oh,
Eric Weddle.
That's
no.
Former Raven. Replied. Or current Raven.
Oh, like the game doesn't need him.
Sorry, he's a Charger now.
He's a Charger.
Oh, no, he's a Ram.
Oh, no.
Congrats to Don. That was my transition. Giving the commencement address at Ramapo College.
This is awesome news.
I was, like we joke around all the time. And then there are moments in like your coworkers or friends' lives that you're like, man, that's all. Like when Don got the job with the Devils, I was truly elated. And when I see Don's going to give the commencement address at Ramapo, that's special stuff.
That's
man.
so cool.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
There's a chance right now Don he has hit the sweet spot of his life.
I don't think there's a chance. His kids are at a great age. His career is in an upward trajectory, and he's giving a commencement speech.
What do you think the gist of that speech will be for Don?
He's going to have to mention sports a lot.
Well, obviously,
but a lot. I think it's about follow your dreams.
He'll cap it off with something really moving.
Sam Dimas high school football rules.
I think it's going to be a follow your dreams kind of speech. Nobody thought I could get to where I got to.
I think there'll be some emotion.
Eli would never do an interview with GQ, just talking about like getting the peanuts again. It's hockey, man. If you followed hockey,
yeah.
I wish you loved the sport like I do.
Something where it turns into a rant at the end would be great.
No. He's not going to rant. He's not going to yell at him.
No. He gets.
Give me this microphone.
No, he just gets fired up. Like.
No. I think Don's going to be so dialed in on the speech, he's going to go over it like over and over and over before he gives it.
Punch him right in the face. I'm going like this.
You know what the sad thing is for me a little bit?
Yeah.
You know, RJ?
You haven't been invited to do a commencement speech?
I've been
Come on, do it. I swear to God, that'd be so fabulous. And you better kill me.
I want to give a commencement speech.
I think you'd be great at it, truly.
Now, can I ask
by a nursery school?
This is probably going to be frowned upon.
You want a campaign?
No. I want to ask. Can I ask a question without you guys jumping me?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a paid thing?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I don't think so.
They give you lunch.
And you know what? How dare you for asking?
See, I knew you were going to jump me for that. Why?
You should be jumped for that.
You see what these schools charge? You know, I'm paying for my son's college education.
Yeah, but
they can't give the commencement speaker a few bucks.
If it's a commencement at a college you did not go to, then maybe it's more transactional. But there's some heart in this, a lot of it.
Okay. Well, but you don't know that Don's not getting paid.
So this is not a great message to put out there if you want your college.
You're basically asking NYIT to kick you a few bucks. That's what you're asking here.
I would think that Don, with his schedule, should be getting paid for this. Yes.
So you won't be invited back.
YouTube chat is great. KJ Jammer writing, Dave would be so condescending to the graduates, it would be a disaster.
No, I would not. RJ just said, and RJ meant it, I would give an unbelievable commencement speech.
So long as they paid you.
Yeah, it seems it's never going to happen because you want to.
Well, no, if I agree beforehand, then I'm not going to go up there and be like, listen, I'm getting nothing for this.
Yeah, but you're putting out the vibes now. You want me, you pay for it.
I think you get what you pay for, no?
All right, yeah, I guess so.
Beep, 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 beep.
That's what you pay for.
All right. You want to do the stuff you missed, RJ?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go.
Now. Walk-up three-pointer. He got it! See ya! Score! Put it in the box!
The you missed.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, the Mets.
I'm also going to teach one day.
I think you could do that, definitely. The Mets, they've traded away Richard Lovelady to the Nationals.
When I saw this yesterday, I was like,
no.
somebody gave something for him.
Cash.
So our Richard Lovelady, the saga's finally over?
It's over for now.
Oh, God.
For now.
Yeah, we got real lucky that this trade happened on a day Rick is not here.
It's over for now. Parker Messick, who's not my fantasy baseball team, and the Guardians took a no-hit bid to the 9th. Guardians hold on against the Orioles. Luka Doncic and Cade Cunningham. They had an appeal to be eligible for the postseason awards with that 65-game rule, and both were victorious. So
I don't
both
understand.
eligible. Why?
Well, because they have a 65-game rule. They didn't meet the 65 games.
Well, Luka, I believe it was the birth of a child or a family member who had to travel to Europe.
But 65-game rule, they didn't meet the 65 games.
And Cade,
because they took the kids to like Lithuania or something.
Cade, I think the problem with Cade, I think we can all agree he was going to be on this.
Definitively.
Yeah,
but,
I don't
but,
tell you.
But RJ, again, why have the rule if you're not going to hold to it?
Rules are meant to be broken.
They themselves are the ones to blame for this rule.
Listen, I'm just reporting the news, okay? Nafisa
You don't even know who they are.
Who?
And they're the ones
Luka.
that are making the rules.
Yeah, the collective they. Nafisa Collier, she re-signs with the Lynx. Titans quarterback Cam Ward on schedule to begin throwing once again at the Titans June minicamp. Devils have a new GM, Sonny Mehta. And I saw a tweet was put out, right? You saw it, right, with a Devil starter jacket as a child.
Yeah, he's all in on this.
Yeah, so speaking
That's
of
a great starter jacket.
Previously worked with the Panthers in their front office. Speaking of the NHL, playoffs are set. Here's your matchup. Sabres, Bruins, Lightning, Canadiens, Hurricanes, Senators, Penguins, Flyers out west. Avs, Kings, Stars, Wild, Golden Knights, Mammoth, Oilers, Ducks. Connor McDavid leads the NHL in points for the 6th time. Had 138 of them. Played all 82 games. He is, we saw this earlier, Ray, and I had the same reaction. He's already 47th on the all-time NHL points list.
I thought you were going to say he's already 47 like his
He's
age.
29 years old. He is 29 years old. Nathan McKinnon led the league in goals. Macklin Celebrini broke the San Jose Sharks single-season points record at 19 years old. He had 115. The Rangers, if you worry about them, they're locked in. They finished 30th in the league. That means they have an 11.5% chance at winning the lottery.
Gavin McKenna.
Yep.
That would be great.
Alex Ovechkin also said he is pretty sure, his words, that the Capitals' finale to the season was not his last game. So we shall see. And the RBC Heritage underway. Ricky Fowler, 2 under today. He's 8 under on the tournament, tied for the lead with Ludwig Oberg. That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow. If McDavid has another season like he's been averaging, he will be top 30 by the end of next year.
He's got to get out of there.
But you said like the games he's played around the guys like that he's on the list,
He's
like,
at like 794.
They're all like 1,400.
Yeah, the guy above him is 1410. Below him 1125.
It's unbelievable how good
16,
that guy is.
It's
how
time.
good he is.
The impressive was Peter Stastny.
Stastny, yes.
He's 44th all time. He's played.
He was good.
977, so under 1,000 games.
I'm sick of him being in Edmonton. It's over. It's time.
You want him on your team?
I want him on my team.
He'd be a good Ranger.
I mean, come on.
Who
He'd
doesn't?
be a real good Ranger.
Follow the Edmonton Oiler path, my friend.
That's
Come
right.
to New York.
They all
Come
wind
to New
up.
York.
They usually wind up here when they're like towards the end, though.
Yeah, so in 10 years he'll be here.
We'll take
it. Great. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll get into the Knicks. It all starts. So we've been waiting for months and months and months and months, and it all starts tomorrow. It's DNR with you, ESPN New York. Well, let's say have a great weekend before we even get rolling here, and then let's bring in our dear friend, the great Debbie Duhame.
Hi, Dave, Dan, Ray, and RJ. Guys, as you try to slog through the traffic, not easy this morning on the Van Wyck southbound bumper to bumper down through Rockaway Boulevard, getting down through the construction zone. Watch for slowdowns on the island over 107 North, getting up toward Meadow Ridge Lane, getting up into Glenhead. It's a collision. 208 south of Route 4, a crash being cleared. And watch for slowdowns as you head over to Plaza Drive, getting into Woodbridge. Ongoing fire department activity sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance. If you have questions about youth or high school sports, Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA builds better athletes and better people through sports. Info at positivecoach.org. I'm Debbie Duhame on 880 ESPN New York.
The New York City Department of Correction offers countless career opportunities, from specialized units to leadership roles that support public safety and change lives for the better. It starts with one step: registering for the New York City Correction Officer exam. Earn over $109,000 after just 5.5 years. Benefits on day one, job security, pension at any age after 22 years of service. Go to nyc.gov/joindoc or search Join DOC. One career, many opportunities. Register today to take the test.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Check it in a year, check it in 5. This ain't my optimum 5, but price is still alive. 25 a month, 5 whole years. Same sweet number in your ears. Get Optimum famously fast fiber internet. Optimum.com/25 for 5. Or call 8884-OPTIMUM. Terms apply. See Optimum.com for details.
Chris Carlin with you. Glad to be joined right now by Taylor Canfield. He is the U.S. Sail GP team driver. And we are all getting ready for the Mubadala, New York Sail Grand Prix coming up at the end of May. Taylor, how we doing?
Yeah, we're excited for the home event in New York. And, can't wait to be there and racing in front of all the fans.
Now, what is your role as driver of the U.S. Sail GP team?
So as a driver, you kind of have two different roles. One is trying to help make sure that the boat is going, as fast as you can around the racetrack. And then in addition to that, kind of the decision maker on board and, using the information that I'm getting from the whole team and the coach booth to kind of make those split-second decisions around the racetrack.
It sounds like an awesome atmosphere. What's the energy going to be like sailing right at New York City?
There's no better feeling racing in front of the home crowd, representing our country and hearing their cheering through our headsets that we have on board is, it gives me the chills just thinking about it. So we're pumped.
We're looking forward to the Mubadala New York Sail Grand Prix coming at the end of May. Taylor, thanks.
Hi, this is Don LaGreca. I'm big on having the right game plan on the ice and at home, which is why I use Viking Pest Control myself as the pest control provider and proud partner of the New Jersey Devils. Viking has been protecting homes for over 45 years with expert pest control service and solutions tailored just for you. From ants and cockroaches to rodents, stinging insects, and backyard mosquitoes, Viking keeps pests out of your house and out of the play. Bundle pest control with mosquito services and save big. One call, one company, total peace of mind. Visit VikingPest.com. Viking Pest Control, protecting your home inside and out.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates of third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Okay, team. Huddle up.
Why are you dressed like a hockey player?
Because America's energy security is on thin ice. We're facing an overburdened electric grid, rising fuel costs, and severe weather. But here's your power play. Propane. It's affordable, abundant, safe. Propane is reliable energy, even when the grid isn't. Advantage Propane.
Learn more at propane.com/powerplay.
All right, DNR with you, ESPN New York. Dan, you're doing a really good job today. Have I told you that?
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
By the way,
the nap will be so much better now.
I feel like all year long, just waiting, biding time, waiting. When are we going to get to the postseason? When is this Knicks? Sure, Knicks Celtics matters a little bit in the regular season. Knicks Pistons, I'd like to see. It's a litmus test. They win the NBA Cup. It doesn't mean anything now. It's a clean slate. Knicks tomorrow night, Hawks. It all gets started. I am telling you, man, I'm so excited that the postseason starts tomorrow.
How can you not be? Right? I mean, like we've waited for this literally since
they lost to Indiana last year.
Since really Mike Brown was hired, June?
Yes.
Right? Because we said at the time, this whole Mike Brown experiment, we are not going to know if it's going to work out until the playoffs.
Right. I mean, the truth is, if they won 65 games or 45 games, you still have to prove it in the postseason. And that starts tomorrow.
And that's why, we kind of, well, at least I did, I never thought this team was going to win 60-something games in the regular, because it wasn't about the regular season.
Exactly.
They were playing the long game. and here we are.
Now, hopefully, not taking every game as the most important game in the regular season doesn't come back to bite them in the postseason. Because I will tell you this. I really, of all the things, I wish they had home court against the Boston Celtics.
Sure. I mean, you'd rather have home court than not have it, but if last year was any indicator, they didn't have home court last year against Boston either.
I know, but I know, and it was goes weird. Back to that Boston series win last year as if that's just so easy to replicate.
No,
that's going to be a beast of a series.
No, absolutely not. But guess what? Look at it this way. If they then go and beat the Celtics, or if they are to beat the Celtics, then home court shouldn't even matter, right? They're the better team in this case.
Yes. If you beat them 2 years in a row, and they're healthy this year, which it looks for all the world that they will be, and you can beat them, I think it's fair to start to have the conversation that it's just a better team than the Celtics.
That might be the case. Well, and if that is, then you shouldn't set your sights on just the conference finals. Then you can start talking about, hey, you know what? We should go compete for a championship. Because that would, Celtics
if the
team
Knicks somehow, and I felt it last year, but differently, because I think this is a better team and a deeper team. And by the way, Mitchell Robinson is such an X factor. No, I don't care what team you are. Nobody has someone like Mitchell Robinson. Nobody.
No, he's the best offensive rebounder in the NBA.
He can defend anyone, anywhere on the court. Like when he gets, switched onto a point guard on the perimeter, he's okay. He can deal with that. He can do that.
You know what's kind of funny? At least in the early going of the season, and by the way, the Knicks are to be commended for the way that they handled Mitchell Robinson all year because he didn't miss any time. Right?
Well, they weren't playing back-to-back. No, they did
smart.
Of all the things you want to criticize, they did a great job with him this
Fantastic job, because now there are no more back-to-backs. They don't have to worry about that. The Mets are taking a approach the same way the Knicks handled Mitchell Robinson with Luis Robert early on because of his injury history.
Don't bring up the Mets.
I'm just telling you.
Don't bring up the Mets. What I was going to say.
They got 143 left.
Hopefully, as they're 26 games back in September, you'll be like, boy, they really handled this this Luis Robert thing well, huh?
Hey, if they're 26
we made it through the whole year.
That is the least of their freaking concerns.
If they somehow get by Boston and they don't go to the NBA Finals, I think I'd be heartbroken.
Because there would be no moral victory anymore.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't look at it that way.
I mean, last year, you beat Boston, you lost to Indiana, and you're disappointed, but you still felt like that was an unbelievable run. If they got by Boston, which a lot of people expect them to anyway, and you lost to Detroit, I think, and rightfully so, I think you'd be very upset.
Realistically speaking, I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, barring any upset, if you do make it to the conference finals, if it's not going to be Detroit, it'll be Cleveland, which I think would be even worse.
Oh, my God. If you told me right now, sign on paper, Knicks, Cavs conference finals, oh, God. I would sign that in blood right now.
But you know what, though? A lot of Knicks fans felt that way last year when they found that Indiana was their opponent in the conference finals.
It's true. And you're right. But I've
home
seen
court
Knicks and Cavs, and I know that in the big moment,
that
their best player or their quasi-best player is going to vomit on himself.
You own their bigs. You own their bigs.
The Cavs are not going to go to the conference finals. Harden doesn't do that.
But you know what? You could root for it. You can root for it.
Oh, I told you. I said to the guys yesterday, I'm doing something I don't think I've ever done for. I'm rooting for Philadelphia.
To knock off Boston.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, there's no shot.
Where are we with Embiid? What's
he had the appendicitis, right?
Well, he had his appendix removed, an emergency appendectomy. But is there a chance that he's going to give us a go at any point, or is he out for the series?
I haven't seen the injury report, actually, where he stands.
Ray, you have any idea?
I saw that he's close to being cleared. Hang on.
Yeah? That would be great. Let's see. He's not officially out for the postseason. Is expected to miss the start of the first-round series against the Celtics.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he didn't play against Orlando.
Well, that we know.
Isn't likely to be back.
You told me I get him starting in Game 3. What'd you say, Ray?
Sham says the Sixers are preparing for a battle against the Celtics without him to at least start the series.
Yeah, but that could be a sham.
So it sounds like if you're going to get him like the back half of that series. How dirty would you feel if you're rooting for Embiid and the Sixers?
Unless Tyrese Maxey goes crazy.
I just hope that whatever hurdles the Knicks have to get by in the round one, the Celtics have to do equal. Like if the Knicks have to go 6, I hope the Celtics go. Like I don't want the Celtics to have all this extended time off when the Knicks are playing tough, physical, competitive games.
You want it to be like eye for an eye, exactly the same.
Yeah, it's exactly what I want. It's exactly what I want.
I don't think either team is going to have a lot of issue in the first round. Let's put it that way.
What one series do you think is most competitive in the Eastern Conference right now?
Believe it or not, I mean, it's obvious because it's a 4-5. I'll say Toronto-Cleveland.
See, I don't really give Toronto much a chance. You think
Toronto matches up a lot better with Cleveland than they do with the Knicks, though.
That's the shame of it all, is that we didn't get Toronto.
That's all right. Look, Atlanta wanted you, so take it out on them. This is what you wanted, and go out there and take care of business.
Game Time, my friend, is brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. When it's game time, it's Tully time. It all starts today, 2:20, right here on ESPN New York, as the Mets visit the Cubs, Senga on the mound. 7:05, the Yankees host the Royals. Our old friend Michael Wacha is on the mound against the Yanks. 7:30, Magic hosting the Hornets in the NBA play-in for the East. And then at 10 o'clock for the West, it's the Warriors and the Suns. And that's Game Time, and it's brought to you by Tullamore Dew, the original triple distilled, triple blended, triple cask matured Irish whiskey. Be sure to grab a Tullamore Dew or try the new Tullamore Dew Honey during today's action. Glasses up to enjoying Tullamore Dew responsibly. You know what's coming up on the other side, Dan?
Oh, I have a guess, but why don't you tell us?
It's Raymond's world-famous Plays of the Week.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
next, and it's sensational. DNR with you, ESPN New York.
Hey, it's Alan Hahn. Rings End is your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. They're your store for quality with a full line of brilliant and durable Benjamin Moore paints. They're your store for inspiration with thousands of colors and a variety of sheens. And Rings End is your store for expertise with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. Insist on Benjamin Moore paint from Rings End because the gorgeous color you love can't be matched in another brand of paint.
NBA fans, listen up. You can enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets every day of the Play-In tournament. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. So don't just watch the NBA Play-In tournament from the sidelines. Visit FanDuel.com/local to get in on the action. And don't forget to enter FanDuel's Play-In Palooza for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. All you have to do is place a live bet using your Play-In Palooza token. Then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a share of $2 million in bonus bets. Play your game with FanDuel, official sportsbook partner of the NBA. 21 and over, physically present in New York. No purchase necessary, opt-in required. Limit one entry. Profit boost bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost token. Prizes issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets, which expire 7 days after receipt. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Life is motion, but for Jaime, debilitating pain in both hips brought everything, including family time, to a halt.
Every doctor told me the same thing. They would do one hip at a time.
At White Plains Hospital, Dr. Jacob Totka's unique expertise provided an alternate approach by replacing both of Jaime's hips on the same day.
In just 2 hours, I got 2 new hips, and I went home that day.
White Plains Hospital, among the best hospitals anywhere that just so happens to be here. A member of the Montefiore Health System.
Hey, it's Michael K. Not sleeping? Well, it could be your mattress. That's why I always recommend my friends at PC Richard & Son. At PC Richard & Son, they don't just sell you a mattress. Their experts use a 4-step mattress fitting process so that your new bed fits you perfectly. They guarantee it. Top brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic, and in-home delivery on any mattress $399 and up. It's free. So do what I do. Get to PC Richard & Son for your new mattress. Free delivery excludes Manhattan.
This is the story of the one.
As a procurement manager for a hospital system, she keeps every facility in her network stocked and ready. That's why she counts on Grainger to be her single source for thousands of products, from disinfectants to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In today's fast-moving job market, staying ahead means keeping your skills sharp. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we help keep your capabilities cutting edge with our skills-based education programs designed to move your career forward. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, and more. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chef.
Step inside the game you love with the NBA app. Tap to watch every game as it's happening.
Jalen Brunson does it again!
And never miss a moment of the jaw-dropping action. Get closer to the players than anywhere else. Follow the latest schedules, scores, and stats. Keep up with every story from across the league. And with NBA ID, it's all personalized to you. The game lives here. Download today.
Yeah, it's Friday and it's a sports-centric weekend. Sexy is what it is. Raymond.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fantastic. It's Friday. Quite a week.
How excited are you for the Knicks tomorrow?
Much for the same reason. We were waiting to get to the postseason. None of the stuff that's happened to this point. Everyone's healthy. Nothing's mattered. This is what we waited for. Do what you got to do. Handle your business.
It's the real deal, the real merchandise.
Yep, here we go. But before we get to the Knicks and that game one against the Hawks starting at 5 o'clock on 1050 and a JIP situation here on 880 ESPN New York.
Yeah.
You ready for the plays of the week?
Oh, of course.
Oh, let's go.
Raymond, guess what we're going to get into on the other side?
Are the plays.
I want you to guess. And specifically the
Knicks of the week.
That's right. You're good. You win a prize today.
You know, we mentioned this earlier in the program, but you may have a little bit of a gambling issue.
Did you guys see the spread for the Raptors-Nets game last night by chance?
Some would say that you may have a hint of a gambling problem if you saw the Raptors-Nets spread, maybe, no?
No.
No, there's always a defense.
Don't play your ding. No, because on the app I use, it has the matchup, the time, the spread, the over-under.
And nobody's better at turning it around than Dave Rothenberg.
I'm sitting here on Yahoo Sports, and it has all the spreads. The fact that you go there shows that maybe you have the gambling problem. Dan, the spread was 24. I thought it was jarring. I brought it to everyone's attention. Now I have a gambling addiction.
You know what you did?
I'm reversing the juju is what I just did.
Okay. All right. I'm happy.
Turn it right around.
What did you expect when you brought up who you brought up?
You knew what you were doing.
I don't think you did.
I blame you.
I did. I watched the whole documentary on that animal.
Well, then shame on you.
Yeah, you're bringing up a guy you should not have brought up.
Shame on you.
I don't think that makes sense.
Do with us. And then something about a tattoo bet, putting a tattoo on a face like Mike Tyson, and this was used.
I'd rather do genitals than the Cowboys logo.
Rick may have attacked Michael Kay.
It feels like Michael's being lazy, is what this feels like.
Wow.
Really?
That was quite the shot.
I'm a golf guy now.
The real star Monday, though, was and actually, Dan, this is the first time we're bringing this back for you, was because you had Jordan Renan on over the weekend, and he had a little difficulty pronouncing the name of an NFL draft prospect.
An offensive line, whether it's how do we pronounce his name? Maui
Noah.
Now, this has to be addressed, Dan. Did you have a hint of frustration in your voice when you were saying no, it's Maui Noah?
Yes. His
Glad
brother's
we
a
get the
Jet
answer.
for crying out loud.
I'm glad we could get to the bottom of that.
Yesterday, I jokingly emailed Dave that with the success of the Artemis 2 mission, I hope they put the Met lineup on the Artemis 3 and just send them to space at this point so I don't have to watch them.
Yeah, it's Patty Schenectady.
Rosie smokes the ball there with the bases
RJ
loaded.
played this sound.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Yeah, RJ called, got in your ear, and may have suggested you to play sound you had already played.
It's an error by me. Well, I mean, perhaps a little lesser extent. Why would you call for it again then?
Let's split the responsibility.
Can we take equal responsibility?
I'll settle for half.
Yeah.
RJ, can I hear that again? And you're like, wow, he's got great stuff today, and it just doesn't translate to a great outing. That happens.
You want to hear Aaron Boone on it?
Did RJ tell you?
In
to
a
play
lot
it?
of ways, I feel like good to win a game like that.
All right.
Who's up for a good motivational phrase?
Aim for the moon. And if you
There
don't
you
make
go.
it to the moon, you'll land amongst the stars.
Yeah, but the moon is closer than the stars, so I don't know if that's possible.
Well, but that's the saying, though. You like to, connect tea
Connect
leaves?
the tea leaves, yes.
Right. I like to shoot for the moon and land in the stars.
I wouldn't bring Dave in for your inspirational speeches.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Stars are light years away.
In a lot of ways, I feel like good to win a game like that.
Aaron Boone. Looks like it came from the author Norman Vincent Peale.
Yeah,
Yep.
idiot.
Like the original man, an idiot.
One day you'll set up a casino on a star.
Actually, kids, it's not possible.
Yeah.
Here's Aaron Boone.
Here's Aaron Boone. We won't play Aaron Boone again. Rick likes to, him and Cassie can't keep their hands off each other, even at Little League games.
There was a little quick makeout session. One of my buddies, kid plays on the other team, he yells across the field, "Hey, DiPietro, why don't you get a room?" So everyone could hear it.
And that became a whole controversy. DHR addressed it. Alan's on Rick's side. Don is on Dave's side. Don's really against the public makeout sections. PDA, not for Don LaGreca. This is an issue, and Dan, this affected you yesterday. We no
Dan,
longer.
how do you feel about that? They were making out on the first base side of a Little League game.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need to do amateur porn in front of like a bunch of little leaguers.
I don't think it was amateur porn.
Pretty much.
Anyway,
Did you see the guy at the
Softcore?
Pirates game yesterday who was feeling up the woman next to him?
I saw that clip going around. Yeah, there's.
I'd say at least half a dozen people.
He was very handsy.
At least half a dozen people sent that to me and be like, "This is what Rick is like at the kids' Little League games."
Unbelievable. Dan, this affected you yesterday, but affected Dave earlier in the week.
Parking where I park is closed.
Yeah, you can't park out front anymore.
So if we're
Oh
in
my
war.
gosh.
No. And I go in first. And I'm ambushed.
No,
I
it's
don't tell you
different.
guys behind me.
Yeah, he's very upset we didn't remind him of
They
the
knew
emails
it was
that were
shut down,
the
Dan.
email that was sent to you, so you also knew it was shut down.
If the leader of our group sent out a message the night before and said, "Hey, fellas, these are the areas you want to avoid because you're probably going to get ambushed," and then like a donkey, because you didn't read it, just walk into the ambush.
He
Not our
knew.
fault.
I walked in. I'm not happy with you. Oh, the parking situation. He knew.
We all knew.
And you knew.
We
you
all
walked in
knew.
today. You think he's going to have an issue?
Yeah.
So you guys all knew.
Again, the email addressed this. Hi, team. Beginning April 14th, 2026, a portion of Little 6th Avenue
There you go.
will be closed.
Like, I know it's
RJ.
Little 6th Avenue.
RJ, it's Little 6th Avenue,
and
RJ.
then it turns into a thing on RJ. Poor RJ.
Little 6th Avenue.
Little RJ on Little 6th Avenue.
Yeah.
Couchcast, NFL Draft Night, less than a week away.
You know I know when the couch guest is.
So you know on that Thursday, still no parking. That area, a Little 6th, closed.
But there is a chance.
Listen, you love John Harbaugh, and
do.
you're going to win a Super Bowl in 5 or less years.
That's right. I'm glad you're on board.
Unless they trade up and take Jeremiah Love, and then Dave will be on fire.
RJ, you going to have the extinguisher at the ready?
I guess I'll have to. Is stop, drop, and roll still a thing? Did
I'll
we
have to
phase that
urinate
out?
on you probably.
My mom wants to see Dave light himself on fire, by the way. My mother actually chimed in. She says she would love to see this man set himself on fire. She said this yesterday. That is a thing.
Dan.
I don't know. She doesn't hate him. She just thinks it would be entertaining. You got propositioned yesterday on the way to the studio.
So, yeah, on my way in today, and a very nice lady asked me if I was looking for a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, "Do you have a car?" I was like, "Yeah."
A little car time.
Yeah. I was like, "Why don't we guys?" I don't have time
That would
to have a good time.
That would have been fun.
Rick was introduced to the YouTube chat and then got distracted and forgot to text Bauer back.
Uh-oh, we got a real coffee problem going on right
Why?
now.
What happened? Oh, I didn't order it. Oh, no.
You're the worst.
I totally forgot.
Yeah, everything's popping.
Next starts Saturday. NFL draft is a week from today. Pop, 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 pop.
Eventually, it all got straightened out. And then all of a sudden, the studio got very crowded because
If Bauer's not here by 10 after 8,
Joe Leo's here. They're fine.
Joe Leo doesn't know what's going on.
What?
Oh, no.
Why would you say that?
We bring Joe Leo into our bosom.
Tom, come sit on my lap as a thank you.
Tom, you want to come on the show?
Tom
I don't have
Bauer
any more
was
cameras.
forcibly sat on Rick's lap and looked very uncomfortable the whole time. That is the plays of the week. What a job. Can't
What
wait
a
for
job
Monday.
by you. What a job by everyone. It's Rule 76.
No excuses. Play like a champ. Grasser, Rothenberg, and
Let's go Knicks.
on ESPN New York.
Good morning, Roth and Goat. Good morning, DPH Goat. DPH Goat. How are you guys?
Hey fans, on Sunday, April 19th, when the Yankees take on the Royals, take your family out to the ballpark for the chance to receive a very special kids giveaway. It's Hershey Park Kids Ticket Giveaway Day. The first 10,000 kids, 14 and younger in attendance, will receive a Hershey Park Kids ticket, courtesy of Hershey Park. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets.